Okay, we are live. We're live. Everyone, welcome to episode 12 of the Gundam Gunpla Grunts podcast. Of course, we had an attempt last week, and unfortunately, the internet was not cooperating as the surrounding area was in a war zone, and it was just not possible. But we're back, we're live, and the internet is running at 105% maximum capacity. We have returning guest members that we all love to see. We have Mech Unit, welcome.
Hello, I am here and still partially sick.
Partially sick, but alive. Medica is here, welcome.
I am here, and hopefully not dying.
I see, welcome.
I can
I'm
change
significantly
that.
more alive than the other two.
There you go, it's alive. Jay Dizzle the Rex, how are you?
What's up? I'm awake for one stop.
Damn, dude. Locust Labs is here. He also has a hornet in his apartment, but he's here.
The hornet is gone now.
Oh, he's gone now.
It's out of here. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we're good. We're Gucci, and we got the Fluff Master V with his grand entrance of the heavy arms, of course.
It's always got to be heavy.
Always.
There's no better suit out there.
Every damn time.
Every time.
Every
damn
time.
time. I just hear the machine gun, the Gatling gun rattle in my ears. You know.
You hear the rattle, you hear the spooling, and the next thing you see is, holy shit, where's my squad gone?
So we're here.
It's a beautiful, beautiful scene.
We're live. So today we are going to go over. We showed off some of the builds last time, but RIP. So we're going to show some of them again, plus some new ones. Then we have episodes, I believe, 16 to 19 to cover of the G-Witch, the clone of Mercury. And then we have, if we have time, we'll do the cool wall, but we'll see how basically calm and non-violent the discussion gets over the G-Witch. Basically, Zaku's throwing rocks at me. Okay?
Episode 19, because I
got pretty much.
And Colony's throwing at you.
And Colony's, yeah. There's that too.
I'm just gonna sit in a corner and cry.
Oh, okay.
I came here to laugh at you.
I'm gonna shout throwing fire school at you.
Okay. Also, Kai is here. He decided to slip in quietly like an assassin.
Yep.
So he's here.
Sorry about that.
So let's get on with the builds, the community builds. We always love to see your work. If you'd like to present your work to us, we don't care if it's a straight build. We don't care if it's a kit bash. We don't care if it's painted. We love to see community builds regardless. Please submit them. You can submit them on, message me on Twitter. You can private message me on Facebook. And yeah, or on the Discord as well. So let's get to that.
It doesn't matter what you're going to build. If you build, that's a good thing. My wife at the moment is currently building a Dark War Greymon. It's not Gundam, but it's classed as a Gunpla.
Yeah, if you guys want to just show builds that are not Gundam-wise, feel free. And
I will do that. When she's finished, I'll actually take some photos, and we'll see it next week. Her Dark War Greymon.
There we go. All right, guys.
I remember this. Lovely.
So we saw this build last time, but this, again, we're just going to go over quickly, is the G Hazel Combat Development Colors, a.k.a. the wonderful Titan colors. It looks absolutely bomb. Fantastic. As we previously, I believe, we discussed. I had a weird issue, not about how the Gundam was done, but just the overall design, having that white headpiece there was kind of just weird for me.
That still feels off.
Yeah, it still feels off.
I mean, to me, it feels I like it mostly because it's a test unit. They're gonna put weird crap on and see what works.
It's
okay, but I don't know. It still feels like it just doesn't match the rest of the, not even in the sense of it's a weird shape. It's the coloration. It's the lack of depth it feels.
It's because it wasn't originally meant for that suit.
Yeah, they literally slap pieces on and see what works.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
a
'cause the
tumor
original
growing out of
Hazel's
its
white.
head, you know?
I like that it looks like one of those really whacked out sniper head things that like some
Wait.
people draw, where it's like,
I think
here's your head, and here's a thing 3 times the size of your head on
if,
top of
if
your
I
head.
remember Titan's test team stuff, whenever you see something like that, it's usually a long range sensor of some kind.
Yeah.
Well, they could have
Okay.
painted it gray. Literally anything to make me feel like it's more than a block of plastic.
Yep. This was by Nino Ruiz, and of course, just like last time, we absolutely love this kit. Looks fantastic. He did an amazing job.
Oh yeah, no,
It
like
doesn't even
rest of
look
the
like
kit.
it came out of the Gunpla box. Like, this just looks so good.
Yeah, this could be like
Yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah, no,
you
the
know,
kit itself, beautifully built, beautifully constructed.
Yeah. I actually
Just
really
weird.
like the
I think
red
that's just the design of the mobile
fingertips.
suit.
Yeah, you guys
I didn't even notice those.
Yeah.
They blend so well.
I mean, this
Well,
is
that's
something that
insane.
you could put in one of those hobby magazines. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nino, again, thank you so much for showing. Our next kit is, we discussed this last time. It is the Master Grade Extreme Strike Freedom by Nicholas Wells. And again, guys, what are your thoughts on the extreme version of this kit? Do you feel it's
Greebly.
worth the price tag?
No. From what you've described, it's more or less the same, but with more gold.
Or I love gold. Insert.
It's much like
Powers.
here.
I
It's all
my issue
gilded
is-
and not gold.
Yeah, my issue is just I've heard people breaking the waist peg. I've heard multiple
I've
people
seen
break
that.
the and not just like one or two here. I've seen like online. I've seen a bunch of people have that issue. So I'm worried the gold is brittle. I'm worried.
The gold plastic, for some reason, it's like
I don't know.
it's not downgraded as much, but it's softer. It's not as stiff as the regular
It,
plastic.
So,
it's gorgeous. I won't say
as a
it's not
Transformers
gorgeous,
fan, I can confirm this is a known and documented phenomenon regarding metallic plastic.
Oh
Metallic
yes.
plastic sucks.
They're brittle.
I
Yeah, no, if they're mixed in
never
properly,
get
they can become
Transformers.
brittle as shit. They'll be fucking dust in the wind, and I'm kind of worried that's what's happening.
Yeah, I've seen a lot
Yeah,
of the
well-
fingers broken.
Well,
It's
that's
'cause it's
because
got
the
emotion hands.
fingers shown right here are the perfect grade style master grade hands.
Okay.
Those are very brittle on principle.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they look like the joints
are
are
easy to
super
lose.
fucking thin.
Oh yeah.
They're actually they're named
but I do-
emotion hands because they're
Eek.
fully flexible, but it makes them very fragile.
Look. There's
Yeah, but I
there's
will say that-
fingertips. Sorry. Yeah.
But I will say that Gunpla plastic is a little different than the plastic that Takara and Hasbro use for the Transformers, so it might be better. I don't know.
Okay.
I've only built one kit with shiny metallic, and that's the Amazing Strike Freedom, which I like better because it's red.
And it's amazing. I heard.
Exactly.
Nicholas.
Amazing.
Nicholas,
I
thank
don't
you
know.
for showing the build. It's you did a great job.
It is a very lovely kit, but I'm going to bring
Oh,
the
yeah.
hammer down on it
The
and say
Strike Freedom on it. Yeah, sorry.
it's literally the price tag of it compared to a 2.0. It's too expensive for what it is.
I think
For what you get out of a 2.0.
if you look at the price tag between the two extremes, like the unicorn, at least the unicorn extreme has stuff to offer. It comes with an inner frame, a stand. It has the 3 shields. For the price tag, the Strike Freedom probably needed to come with something effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least like an effect set or something.
I was expecting this to light up.
So like,
Yeah.
just preparing the price on like the Gunpla store I buy from, this version of the Strike Freedom is as much as the Gundam EX.
Wow.
Which has like way more parts than this from what it looks like.
and bigger.
Like, the EX is actually thick.
Yeah, it's a thicky boy.
Thick.
Again, thank you.
The big thing is that it costs a lot for what it is. It's very beautiful. Nicholas done a wonderful job.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh, yes.
you have to love this Gundam to justify the price of the extreme.
Justify
That's the
$150.
important side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
It's-
you
Jesus.
if
Well-
you're a Kira Jesus Yamato fan, I mean this kit is for you.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. The design of the Strike Freedom is good. I just
So it's for no one.
inner frame
Okay.
at all.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I don't know. Those unicorn kits still sell.
Wow.
Oof.
Wow, Kate. Wow,
Oof.
man.
So it already
Hey,
begins.
People
Unicorn
will be
fan over here.
banned. Next kit is by Angel Perez with the Haro. Cute,
Oh yeah, the Haro.
lovable kit, I think we discussed last time that in SD Gundam Generations, was it? That this kit was.
Yep, it's a unit. It's 2 of them.
Is a unit. And it's a big boy in the game.
Psycho Haro.
But this is something that
Isn't
I would
this-
actually
yeah.
love to have and just kind of put around my desktop, you know?
It is.
I would
it
gather
is
I get that.
Haro. A Haro for a Haro.
Haros are a vibe.
This is my my brother from another mother, get it?
I've been debating tracking down an orange one ever since G-Witch started. Aaron.
The Soleta kit comes with an orange one.
Yeah, but it's not as good as a Haro Pla.
True.
When I can tell, it's just 3 pieces.
Anyways, Angel
I think it is.
did a wonderful job. It's cute, it's adorable, it's got the 3 stars. You know, beautiful.
Yeah, no. And then after
Black
running with the
3
R78, it's going to be 2 stars. Then 1.
Put a
Yep.
voice just a minute and make sure that it says self-destruct.
Yeah, and this one here is by Giovanni, and I think we really liked this kit. This was the
Still
Mara
fucking
side.
gorgeous.
Mara
Oh
side.
yeah.
My
And,
name is Giovanni Giorgio, but everybody calls me Giorgio.
Giorgio. Yeah, punk. That's.
Fighting Gold
anyways,
is like the best JoJo intro.
I like the stickers. How they don't even look like stickers here, or
Yeah.
decals.
Oh, yeah, no, they look like they're just printed the fuck on.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
Water slide decals be awesome if you
Yeah.
can get them to work.
yeah. And here I like the gold, and the thing is, it adds and doesn't take away from the kit. Sometimes you slap some gold onto a kit, and it's like that's the focus on it. This just makes the kit 100% better in my
It's
opinion.
an
This was
accent
painted
color.
gold, right?
Yes.
Looks like
Yeah, this
looks like it was painted.
this is what Bandai ought to just do. Is just never print gold and just let us do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but what about those of us who can't paint?
Learn.
Get a fucking airbrush.
Get good, son. Get good,
As someone who
bro.
can't paint, I will tell you honestly, it's actually not too bad. I'm painting a kit right now by hand,
Yeah.
and it's actually going a lot better than I expected it to.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
last time
about
I tried
painting.
that, I ruined 4 paintbrushes.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
what I'm gonna say
Go
about
on.
painting, as somebody who's had the run with BattleTech and 40K and now Gunpla, Gunpla is way easier to paint because 90% of the time you can just take the parts you want a certain color, take them off the model kit, paint them
Yeah.
just monocolor with one brush,
Yeah.
let them dry and put them back on instead of being like, okay, I've spent 2 hours painting the shoulder pad with wet blending, and now I'm going to paint the trim, and if I fuck up on the trim
Yep.
and get the silver onto my shoulder pad, I can paint the entire thing again.
From
So,
what
here's-
I understand, the key, correct me if I'm wrong, because I have not really painted kits Gunpla wise. The key is to thin the paint out and do multiple coats. Is
Yes.
that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I tried that, but I couldn't
I will
figure out
say-
a good balance of thinner to paint.
I've been using
at the
acrylic.
moment, I just use the Gundam paint pens, which
Okay.
are
That's fine.
good on their own.
I've been using
But
acrylic
they're
paint, and
Okay.
acrylic paint is pretty thin already. Like I'm
Okay.
already having to do multiple coats from acrylic paint as it is.
So do you
Mhm.
thin?
I'm using.
Which brand are you using? Because everyone has their own brand
using-
that they like to use.
I think I'm using Tamiya.
Tamiya. Okay.
Yeah, I'm using.
I
I'm
like
using
to use
Tamiya's acrylics, and I tried thinning, and it didn't like. It was too thin,
Really? Okay.
and so I stopped. I stopped using. I didn't thin it anymore. I used just like right out of the bottle, and
Wow.
honestly, I'm still doing the same amount of coats, but it just looked better.
Okay.
So I actually don't thin my paint at all anymore. I just have like one of those cheap $20 army painter, not sponsored.
I felt
Um,
like Army Painters actually like they've upped their game a bit with their paints.
They have, but I'm not talking about the paints. I have a wet palette.
Okay.
I'm looking into getting a better one, but I'm not really painting anything, so I don't want to invest. And basically, you just had the wet palette is already wet.
Yeah.
Not like dripping, but there's a wet surface,
Damn.
and then usually you dip your brush.
Yeah.
You get rid of the excess water,
Yeah.
and usually just the combination of those two with most paints is enough to thin it enough that it's not thick.
Right.
That still means with certain colors, for example, some of the Vallejo colors, especially stuff like orange and red,
Yeah.
will usually still take multiple coats because the colors are so thin.
And I heard Vallejo is a pretty good brand too for paint.
Yeah, they're good.
And then when it comes to painting, I also paint before I build. That's not. I tried doing the painting after you build it, and I found that for me personally, just the way I like to build kits, painting it, having everything you want done before you build the kit. It made it so much easier for me. I just had to be careful not to I have long fingernails, so I just had to be careful not to scrape it even with the top coat off.
Yeah, I've seen people. What do they use? They take the pieces out of the runners and then they prop them on sticks, clips.
On gator clips.
Gator clips. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen them done on
Gator
toothpicks
clips.
and foam.
Yeah. Gator clip. Yeah, you can do that too.
You can get tacked with sticks.
Usually after you paint them in the if it's monocolor, it's easy. If you want crazy stuff you're blending on your Gunpla kits, which 90% of people will never do. You just put a layer of varnish over it. However, it is important to note that if you have C-clips and you will want to try to tape off your C-clips because the paint will make the actuation way worse. This is not a huge problem with when you have polycaps. You just don't paint the polycaps and usually it's fine.
Yeah.
But on my demi trainer that I painted, especially I basically just coated the entire hands and the feet and stuff in paint on both ends, and it's still moving, but it's not as smooth as on my non-painted demi trainer. Right. So it's something to watch out for if you still want to play with it.
And then another thing to consider too is if pieces fit very tightly together. Like perfect example being with the Mara side here with the pipings. If they fit tightly together already, you are putting at least 1, 2 if you're top coating layers extra.
Right.
So sometimes they get it's good for stiffing up joints and stuff, but at the same time, if that piece fits tightly, it's gonna fit tighter and it's gonna be harder to put together. So then you're like, oh god, I hope I don't break this.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful, wonderful tips,
That's
guys.
why I say, if there's really small joints that you're not going to see anyway, or if you have it's C-clips going into one another where it's a round ball joint, just tape it off with a piece of masking tape.
Okay.
And like Locust said, never paint a polycap. It's such a waste of time.
Yes, don't do that.
Polycaps will never be visible on painted kits, ever.
Yeah, and if you don't paint
On
them
paper.
because you're not silly, the part where the tolerance isn't as bad because it's a polycap, and they already have a lot more tolerance because they're a soft plastic. So the whole thing with the C-clip having a worse actuation won't happen with a polycap.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Wonderful tips, guys. Very useful. I'm sure the viewers
Much
will
appreciated.
appreciate that, and Medic appreciates it too. This kit was by Giovanni. It's the Marasai and did a fantastic job. Next kit is by Damon Hill. It is the aerial with the backpack, I believe, on it.
Yes,
the full mechanics.
The Mirasol flight unit.
No, this is a 144 kit.
Yep, that's the high grade.
Very nice panel lining.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
I actually have to get the store I ordered from has that backpack, and it's because I have 2 Ariels. I'm tempted to get it.
Why do you have 2 Ariels for?
One of them. The second one is for kit bashing.
Okay.
And then I'm also getting the full mechanics Ariel as well.
For a minute, I thought you said you had. For a minute, I thought you were going to say, I bought a second one to throw out the window.
No, of course not. I love the Ariel.
I do like the aerial, but
I'm actually hitting a bit of a roadblock in my
aerial coming in, and I'm actually giving it away to a friend because I'm already bored of it.
I have the the Saletta.
I'll take a third.
It's a full mechanics, bro. You're not having it.
I have the Saletta model kit. That's going to be thrown out the.
I'll take it.
No. Yeah, I'll take it.
But this version has been done very well. Very good to Mr. Hill for just making it so clean and tidy. I always like clean and tidy builds.
And apparently, I think Mr. Damon Hill said he's relatively new to buildings.
Oh, then a good
Fantastic job.
Good job.
I had to jump into panel lining being new. I mean, I was afraid to try panel lining for several builds.
It's a lot easier to use the pen.
Oh yeah.
I love the red eyes. I feel like it's a missed opportunity in the show to not have the red eyes. I think it looks.
Again, I think that's just a design thing a concept that didn't make it into the show.
Yep.
Yeah. There's too much already going on.
I think they meant to have it make like a a RAR moment, and then like, oh wait, Barbados already did this.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Don't want to.
Barbados already did this, and they might realize she's Mika. We intend them to realize she's Mika.
They're already redoing like every other seed beam spamming thing. So
yeah. Damon, wonderful job, and he did a little diorama in space with the Ifrit. Ifrit.
I can survive, yeah.
Lifrith.
Oh, good.
Lifrith.
And I'm honestly,
The fact that he's surfing makes me think he's in a different mecha anime.
You're right?
I was gonna say G Gundam, but okay.
No, Aoreka 7. That was like their whole movement shtick was. They're all. We need kits of that more.
I think we did get one recently as a Motoroid.
The all Ilfreeze is the one witch from Mercury kit I just can't find anywhere. Everything else is slowly getting into stock, and the Ilfreeze is like, yeah, I don't exist.
It's too popular.
Who the fuck wants a Lifrith?
I do.
I do.
Next
I
kit.
I want more.
I think Gunpla.co.uk has some in stock if you actually check.
Next
So
kit.
Interesting.
Next kit this is where we kind of tried to show off this kit and where we kind of ended the stream last week.
Oh, yeah.
But here,
This one.
this is by someone on Twitter at the Chub2. This is the high grade Kahar 2. Kehaar.
Yeah, the Kahar. It's part of the Titans test team stuff.
This was probably submitted for the AOZ contest. Like this is just way too good.
It's clearly part of the Wolves Awards, but damn.
Yeah, no, very obviously Wound Wart inspired, but
why?
Very
I'm getting
nice,
my Wound Wart in 4 days.
I love the decal, dude. This cute little decal thing right there. I love it, man.
That is from, if I'm
Watership
correct, that
down.
should be from the high grade Gaplant Titans test team. I think that's the sticker because that's the thing. All the Titans test team kits have these really cool decals that they come with.
nice.
Yeah.
The more and more I see about the test kits, the more I actually like the Titan test kits.
The more you want them?
I want them. They're so
but
unique.
they're so rare. They're so expensive.
Really?
All the master grades are P Bandai. They are a bunch of high grades that aren't.
All the high grades that are like not just a Hazel with either a different backpack are like $100 flat, and you can only get them from Japan or through eBay.
Yeah,
because they were
pretty much
super popular P Bandai, and whenever I see somebody buy it, they're like, "Yeah, I dropped $120 on a Hazel with the Psycho arms."
Jesus.
I don't know if anybody knows what that is. The one with the huge.
I'd rather do that than drop like.
Honestly, I feel like the Psycho arms might be worth it, but
it's not because the Owsley kit is rubbish.
Yeah.
And that's from someone who's got a full-fledged
I love Titans
really
kit test.
And you know the Barzam, the new Barzam, and that Barzam, and the what is it, the Wound Ward like
the
aquatic
Aqua
unit. They were also P Bandai. Really cool though. Like I like that they
just need a Barzam.
I think the Barzam is cool. I'm just upset that they ran a redo of the Barzam, which has a high grade retail kit as P Bandai.
I just want.
It's kind of sad because it sucks that they're P Bandai because these kits, I mean, are fantastic. You know, they don't make much.
Oh yeah, no, they look good.
They don't seem to make much sense. But I mean, goddamn, they look freaking.
Well, that was like the point.
That's the point of the test team. They don't know what they're doing. They're wall and seeing what sticks.
Actually, have you seen
like
the
this thing? Like this thing right here is this thing actually led to the development of the flying donut.
Yep.
The Asimar?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the Gundams a lot of the mobile suits you see in Zeta were because of the Titans test team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they were just seeing what could work. Like the scientists would be like, "So we want to make this thing fly. What if we did this?" And that's basically the test team.
Yeah.
I have a question. Have you seen the Titans test team mobile armors?
No, I have not.
Yes.
Please tell me they have a big Zam.
I'm sending them to you. They are so ridiculous.
Well, they have a certain Psycho Gundam.
Chubbs. Chubbs is here. Chubb, this is amazing. Like,
it really is.
Chubbs also had I think he was the one that showed the Sosby last time. You guys remember that one too? The painted Sosby?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's been a while, but I remember that.
He says it cost him like $70, and it was all
Yeah.
all black is the flat top coated, and yellow is semi gloss. It was fun
Honestly,
to paint, dude. It's crazy.
flat top coat for black is like the absolute must way to go on everything. It looks so good every time you do it.
And amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
I send you some pictures of the Titans mobile armor if you want to check them out later.
I will check them out later for sure. Amazing. Next, we have one of our own podcast members. Kit is the Dummy Trainer Custom by Medic.
Woohoo!
You wanna talk about the kit a little bit? How was your experience building it?
Well, it's a demi trainer, but slightly taller.
But slightly taller.
Also picked up the bonus weapons kit.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, no, overall, it's a demi trainer.
Well,
yeah.
There's not much to say about it.
It's not much to say.
Like I like it. It has a lot more going on. Feels neat. I kind of wish they turned, but I understand why they don't.
Yeah.
The head crest does look a lot better on this than it does on the regular demi.
Yep.
And
did you enjoy building it? Like, did you get a good enjoyment constructing it?
mostly the big gun, I don't like how loose the stock feels.
I wanted to ask you about the stock because one of the reasons why I did a custom of it at all was because I fucking hated how the weapon attached to the crotch. It just felt so clunky.
That's kind of weird.
Protect these nuts. Let's protect these nuts.
Protect these nuts.
But yeah, no, as for the weapons kit itself, most of it holds together pretty well.
Yeah.
The only issue is the Gatling gun barrel.
The Gatling gun barrel.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Gatling gun barrel?
Because of how it comes together, it doesn't form a full peg, which means at certain angles, it just kind of loosely sits in the peg hole for most things.
Weird.
Ed and Kamito, welcome. Yeah, it's you know what I don't really like? I don't like the 3 fingers. It kind of bothers me.
It's TI-88.
Really like
you're not paying you're paying for standardization. You're not paying for quality.
Yeah.
Whenever
Not everyone can be a Gundam.
Like I think of Ed 209.
Not everyone can be a Zaku either.
That's true. We need more Zaku's though. Anyways, wonderful build.
They just explode as soon as they get on the screen. It just happens all
like the gyms do. Anyways, wonderful kit, Medic. Thank you for showing it off and presenting on the stream. Do you want to do a self plug?
Yeah, I am Medica Android. I stream every Thursday, occasionally on Sundays. And some other stuff throughout the week whenever I feel like it. And we just finished a very lengthy Gundam JRPG called MS Saga that was a series of cliches, but also fun as hell. And starting next Thursday, I'll be streaming a Lancer game alongside our lovely host Aya here.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you, Medic. All right, next kit here is we have a Tall Geese by Aristos.
Hey,
and
the big,
and it looks
the big great. Duck.
The big goose. It's not a duck.
Is that a high grade
it's
or
a goose.
max grade?
Not a duck.
I'm going to guess real grade because there's not really a high grade Tall Geese.
I think.
Oh yeah, there isn't.
I don't know if this is a real grade or a master grade. I think it's a real.
Just
grade.
A reminder: none of the Endless Waltz designs have gotten high grade since the '90s.
That is true.
I actually think, from looking at my own, I think that's actually a master grade that's had a lot of nice top work done to it. So, yeah, the Canon's master grade. It's the same. Dober.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a master grade. Scale Dober gun.
Done a lot of work on it. So
They've changed the yellow to gold though, which I think was a good idea.
Yeah, no, gold works on the Tall Geese. It has a fucking head plume. Gold works.
It's a Roman Centurion, so gold absolutely works.
Yeah, and they don't saturate it with gold.
This is the one that actually looks like it should belong as a knight's mobile suit.
I like the paneling as well, and the small details, the gold, the silver on the gun, silver on the there. just the little highlight, just like the subtle stuff. It looks amazing.
Honestly, Gjallarhorn wishes they had something as knightly as the tall geese.
Well, what do you mean? The Bale, man.
I mean, the
Wrong with the
best thing
Bale?
is you can pick up a Master Grade
The
tool.
What's wrong with the Bale is it was used by an idiot.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
It's a bargain kit.
Anyways, great kit.
Great kit.
Very-
Love it.
very
Love
awesome. I love the way
love the
Mhm.
thrusters.
you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for
That
presenting.
That was a very disappointed.
What do you mean
I'm
disappointed?
kind of
What? I'm sick over here. What do you expect from me?
surprised they haven't done. I'm surprised they haven't done a Master Grade Leo from this kit.
Oh, it'll come out in space colors and it'll be P Bandai only. Watch.
Oh no, it's gonna
Yeah.
be P Bandai regardless. You want the space
yeah.
colors? You gotta
Good
paint it
thing is,
yourself.
if you
Oh
do
my-
get an MG Leo, you're guaranteed they'll get the Serpent as well. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Our next kit is by another fellow member of the podcast, and it is the Big Boy Sentinel, and Fluffy V is the one who did this. Fluffy.
Ooh, is that the S, the EXS?
No,
I
that's-
can't.
It's actually a combination of both. I didn't split the shoulders, and I took the fuselages off because they don't have a top cover coating on the fuselage. So I just took them off completely. So even though it's designed as a EXS, this is actually now known as the ES because it doesn't have the extreme.
I was about to say, I
version of
think
so
I
it's
thought
the
it was just
ES.
the S because I didn't see the shoulder bit. So
Yeah,
It
that's
is
what
so
that's what
big.
they call
Yeah,
the
I-
fuselage.
I cannot tell any of the Gundams from Sentinel apart. They just look like big, chunky pre-double Zetas to me, and I love them.
It is a really massive kit. Like it was hard to get on a shelf.
Like
Even with the fuselage
How long did you
bits
build
taken
this?
off.
this thing is
It
literally
took
just a block of
took me
guns.
nearly 3 weeks of stream, so it's about
And
you're
I love
talking
it.
about 30-hour build.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Okay.
because this kit, it's expensive for a reason. Like think Zaku, but
Yeah.
twice
Oh, that
as
just
much.
gives me an idea of what
Plus-
to expect with my Psycho Zaku now.
It's because every part of this Gundam, every part of it, literally is not hollow. Every component builds on top of another one.
Yep.
It's literally a real grade inside, pumped up to a 1/100 size.
Jeez.
And then they literally sat there and went,
Hmm.
how can we make it bigger? So the Sentinel here is actually a centimeter down from the smallest perfect grade. So it's literally almost a perfect grade kit. But
Yeah.
it's built like
Whoa.
a real grade upwards.
Wow.
I'll have to consider getting this or like just getting all the Witch from Mercury things I'm missing next month. Because they have it in
It's a
stock at
very
the store I
good
like.
kit. The only problem is that once they are stocked, you can pick them up for about $160 per kit. But
Yep,
once they're
150.
stocked, they're always small batches because Japan doesn't like to let these go. They really do not. These are like harder to get than some P Bandai kits.
Yeah, V,
Yeah.
can you talk about
Mhm.
those missing screws?
Yeah, the missing screws in the feet.
What
But the
happened?
good thing is with this kit, the screws are literally just support brackets. Like the actual joints will hold together just fine. But in the feet are actually missing a screw joint each. I've had no problem with the feet, and it's actually stood on its own 2 feet. So
Oh,
if you don't add the screws, it's okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you if this thing can stand on its own.
It can stand on its own. It's advised when you're building the kit to build it on the stand. And that's because it's not built in a normal way. You actually build the head and arms, then you build the waist and legs, then you build the torso in between and join it together.
So-
And then you build the backpack. And I've ended up calling its weapon a smart gun because it's literally attached the same way as a smart gun.
My
It is
understanding
what it
is,
is.
yeah, it's a smart gun. I
It's
played
a
this thing in
super
GBO too.
smart gun, and
fucking-
I loved building it because the gun is even detailed as well.
Yeah.
That surprised me more than anything. The gun is as detailed as the rest of the kit. It's not 3 pieces thrown together. It's a full-fledged kit section. So I didn't take much pictures of the back end, but it's because it's literally is just giant thrusters and some wings and
We love
fuel
thrusters.
tanks. But
So I
you can
assume
see
this
in
thing
one of the images on the
transforms.
side, They are
Oh, it
massive.
does.
Oh yeah.
Like this thing can move, and it's also got the extra gimmick that this Gundam can turn into a full-on G cruiser. Like this will turn into a full starship.
Is the transformation
Nice.
hard?
Yeah.
The transformation is difficult, but it's more so for me because of my eyesight trouble.
Right.
It's
right.
because there is a linkage in the middle of the Gundam that
Okay.
keeps it held together perfectly.
Right.
But if you don't get the linkage perfect, you end up
Finished.
with parts sticking out, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But that's all you have to do. You just pull it in half. You take the arms and legs off, transform it, put
Yeah.
it back together, and you got a G cruiser.
So I want to ask
Plus,
you guys.
you've got your core fighter.
I want to ask you guys if you had the chance to
Hmm.
choose this kit or the Strike Freedom Extreme, what would you get?
Which is the same price.
This.
Keep in mind.
I
Yeah,
already
get
have
this
this one, so I'd probably pick the strike just because I already have this guy.
Right.
I do like the sheer chunk,
Mm.
even if I'm not sure I would ever be able to bring myself to attempt to build it.
You can build it. The problem is it looks intimidating, but you've got to think it's
Oh, yeah.
just a real grade with more time added on.
When you
I
open
don't
that
step
box,
out of my high grade comfort zone.
yeah, when you open that box, it literally is like the
It's hard
amount
to
of
step out of the
plastic of
high-grade
like
comfort
4
zone.
master grades.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the actual
That's
box
a
for the
lot.
Sentinel is about 3.5 kilograms, I think,
That's
because it's got that much
Wow.
plastic.
that's insane.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have to
it
debate
is.
this for. I have to debate this for next month because I don't think it'll be in stock all that long. You know.
It won't. Once these come in, they'll get a batch of like 5, maybe 10. If you can pre-order one, get one that way, or ask your local shop to get you one in, because you're not getting one off a whim. You're just not.
Well, they've had it for like a week now, which is why I'm like, should
Well,
I
then
get
you're
it? Should I
lucky.
not
You need
get
to
it?
get your hands
Usually-
on
Get
it.
your hands on that.
Usually,
Go,
everyone
grab
who's
it,
gonna get
buy
Just
it.
tell your girlfriend, look, I'm gonna have to.
This will be gone if I
I'm
don't
gonna
get
have
it.
to cut my spending budget on you for now. I got more important things to spend it on, you know.
She's
Yep.
actually coming over in 3 days.
Oh, good. But there is also one other factor I want to put into this kit, which
Yeah.
is a big one with me, especially with these big kits.
Yeah.
How many stickers and decals you think are actually on this kit?
Not a lot.
Anyone
Not
want
that
to take a
many.
guess?
I'm assuming the shoulder, and that's about it.
I would say
It's
2.
literally the shoulder that you can see there
Yeah.
and the eyes. The
I
rest of
figured.
it is complete plastic and
Wow.
color scheme.
Wow. You'd
Well
think that
done.
I'd have more stickers for a big kit like this, but I guess not.
It has a
Well,
couple of
that's the thing
stickers you
about a
can
big
put on the
kit.
legs, and it's got one at the back, just like the camera stickers. But I didn't put them in because they're too tiny for me. My eyesight is just bad.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
assume
it
that's a
didn't
thing.
need them. It really didn't need them.
Yeah, I assume that's a thing with bigger kits. Is like you don't need to sticker out blocks of color because now you can just make those parts.
Yeah.
Oh, I did tell a lie. The Smart Gun's got 2 stickers in as well because it's clear plastic instead of coloured. But they're easy to fit. You can see them there in the reflection.
All right,
Ah.
V. Before we move on, please do a self plug.
Oh, you want a self plug for my loveliness?
Mhm.
If you want to watch an English monkey torture themselves with building, where with a magnifying glass and being blind, I do it every Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check me out at Twitter handle VI Fluff, and you'll always get loads of fun stuff. I also open Pokemon cards because I'm insane.
There you go. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you so much. Our next kit is the Master Grade Extreme Unicorn.
Love this kit.
It looks
This is
so
by-
lackluster when it's not transformed.
It's actually
I'm
by
sorry, but
Cerberus
it
in our Discord. And this
You
Well,
did all
yeah,
that
the-
hype and it's not transformed. It throws
Well, yeah,
me
the
off with
unicorn
the
doesn't-
unicorn.
Well, I
I
have
was
to
expecting the
show-
Extreme Gundam.
Well, it's meant to look like every other. Well,
Yeah,
it's
no, I
kind
know
of
the
made to
point of
be
it.
interchangeable with Jagan parts, so for
Ah,
ease of
okay.
repair.
I get it then.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the
Wait,
base,
that's why it has the transformation?
the base form of like the unicorn without it being
Okay.
Love it.
I
I
actually really like it, but I was confused
I
when
do
I
too.
first saw it. And I'm like, how the hell is this a Gundam?
Yeah.
And then I saw
So,
a transformation. I'm
this-
like, oh, that's why.
I feel like the head
Yeah.
crest is a bit too fucking big.
This is actually my.
It's just the
It's a secret weapon.
compromise of
It's a little-
A100 because I think it's about
Yeah.
that big on the original Master Grade too.
Also, I still genuinely don't understand why half the weapons locked off in this mode.
What do you mean?
Power reasons.
It's
Like,
a
you can't use the
safety
beam
feature.
saber in this, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, there's still-
because there's beam sabers
It
in
has-
the arms.
It
can-
uses
yeah,
the
it
beam.
still has
component.
one.
unlocks
Yeah.
and it can just. It can't use them as the beam tonfas, but it can use them as normal beam sabers.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like. You know, every complaint we made about the gym sniper,
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that episode.
I feel that about this color scheme.
I mean, it's white.
Well, I think for
It's not.
this one,
How?
in
Wait.
this case,
How is that even possible? The GM sniper has got that ugly ass snot green.
It's
Unless
it's
you talk about
forest
the white
green.
dingo.
It's like
The
a.
white dingo's
It's
white.
a. Well, it's like a forest snot green. Like it, and it's
Baby
boring.
green.
This is a majestic
It's-
unicorn.
The
How
gym
dare
sniper was literally
How
just
dare
a
you?
ground gym made to be a sniper. That's literally what it was converted from.
How dare you? Anyways.
So
for
the unicorn.
units, they're it's all from the I can't. I
Hmm.
almost called them the Vanitas. That's not it at all. The corporation. I forgot its name.
This
the Vis
Foundation.
It was a V.
Yeah, corporation.
it was almost there.
The corporation that
Vis
makes crazy
Foundation-
magic bullshit.
Yeah, but look,
Yeah,
That's
guys.
the
what you
Vis
want when it's
Foundation
cracked
just throwing out just hey, this is pretty. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But this is
it
why.
was literally only Cardius that was like, no. We're gonna make this thing an actual weapon and something to protect people. We're not going to look at the Banshee. No, we're not doing that. Look at the Phoenix. No, we're not doing that. He took the unicorn and just made sure that it is a Gundam,
Right.
not a super powerful machine, which it is, but
Yeah.
it's not like
Yep.
you know.
But I guess this is the reason why people buy the extreme version is because it has wonderful light up ability.
Yeah, it does have a
Oh
great
yes,
light.
it is fantastic. Just
Oh yes, no, that is good.
so quick.
Like I don't like Unicorn as a series, but I will say I appreciate the destroy mode.
Is it because there's a lack
I
of gyms
love
in it?
Unicorn.
Oh no, it's because I don't like any of the characters besides Minerva.
Oh.
Oh, that's fair, man. I
Mm.
had a hard time
It feels like
warming up.
it feels
to
like we
the name
needed
after.
actual time to develop their motivations, and in lieu of that, they're just using new type things to explain why characters act the way they do.
Well, I think the light novel might do it better.
I'm not reading the light
I
novel.
really dig the lighting in this. Like, I really like green in general.
Yeah.
But
I will say that
that's
the anime did one of the characters a complete disservice, and she needed some more time.
This like you said, the green, the lighting on this, it looks phenomenal. I wish it had I feel like on the arms, it more it needed like some light on the arm.
It does.
Otherwise-
It's just the gun is blocking it.
Oh, it does. Okay, the gun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
nice.
look on the left arm, you can see it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
the-
I do see it. Yeah.
Now I'm
Gun's
curious, do the
blocking it.
beam sabers light up?
No,
I don't
wish they
did.
think so.
That would be insane.
I do love that that you can color shift the lights.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
I do. I think I like the red more.
This really
It's got
does.
green- It's got
Go on.
3 modes. It's got 3 modes. It's the this one, and then the green one, and then you can do like a cycle between red and green, and it'll shut off on its own.
Oh, that's so good.
No, the only thing keeping this from being the perfect unicorn kit is the fact that it can't extrude crystals on command.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Pop rocks.
I mean, I will
That would be
admit right
freaking
now,
awesome,
I
but,
am very bored of the unicorn because I built them.
Yeah.
But this one, if this was offered to me at the right price, I would actually build this version for the right
Yeah.
price.
Actually need to
it
get a
tempts
new
me
one.
back.
I figure the main issue
It's
with unicorn
because I
kits
built
is
a regular, I built the Phoenix. I'm even giving my full armor unicorn to a friend. 'cause
Oh
he's
my
sending me a
god.
replacement Thunderbolt.
Wow.
So to be
Wow.
fair, he's replacing my full armor for a full armor Thunderbolt. So we're doing an exchange.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's because
cool.
I want to rebuild the Thunderbolt over building the FA Unicorn, and he wants
Nah.
to build that.
Well, this was a wonderful kit. Thank you, Cerberus, from our Discord to
Yeah,
Mhm.
Cerberus done a fantastic job here, man. Really crisp, really clean, and very vibrant. Top job.
Our next kit
I need
is
a new
from
unicorn.
another Discord member. It is by Frisky Walrus. It is the 711 New Gundam. Look at this.
Oh my god,
Oh
yes.
my
that-
God,
Hell
Yeah, look at
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Gundam.
I love it. I love when they do
It
like
is adorable.
promotion stuff like this, you know? Sponsor
It's
stuff.
This new Slurpee isn't just for show.
Gundam, but I love that shit.
The slushy Gundam. Yeah, it looks good.
What the heck?
I'm pretty sure this is a high grade, right, guys? Like, I'm not crazy.
It would have to be.
It's a high grade.
Yeah.
God, I love the
like
news fucking squeeze handle on its beam saber.
I actually really like the color scheme. Not gonna lie, I like the green.
I like it as well a lot.
I didn't.
And then I'm just remembering that there's a Zeta that has Amazon Prime as its fucking serial number.
Oh dear God.
And then
Another reason Camille must die.
And then I guess 7-Eleven made some more kits from the different. So he's got
Yeah, 7-Eleven Strike, 7-Eleven. I don't know the other one. I would not think
That's a strike. That's
the entry grade over there. That's the entry grade.
yeah. That's just another new Gundam. And what the hell?
They just reversed it.
They reversed it. Yeah.
I would not have guessed the Zaku was 7-Eleven. I would assume Christmas.
Dr. Pepper.
No, that's 7-Eleven.
You can tell by the shield the little tiny stripe right there.
They have an act
yeah.
guy.
And the Zaku is near 3 guns, and it's already exploded. It didn't even need to get close. It was on screen for a second.
The new Gundam slipped.
Sorry, I don't see a GM
I wonder
here.
though if a 7-Eleven Zaku blows up,
No.
we all get free soda.
There you go.
It's one of those
blows up
really
instant-
poorly made slushy
Yeah,
containers. It just
it-
immediately explodes.
when it explodes, it just explodes in slush. You know, like just slush comes out everywhere.
Free drinks, let's go.
So do you think the pilots? Do you think they wear 7-Eleven?
Oh, they have to.
Yeah,
they're
they're-
sponsored.
Do,
they're hooked up
do you
to
think
the-
Char's just sitting behind the camera and IDing people when they ask for smokes?
Oh yeah, sponsored. He has to. It's part of the contract.
Yeah, no. Like after this, he needs to go work a shift at Mickey D's.
It's not the worst thing.
For
he's ever
once, he
done.
does not laugh at us. We laugh at him because he works at fucking 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a problem with I feel like people who work low wage jobs need respect. On the other hand,
Yes.
Char's an asshole.
Oh,
He's very much an asshole. That's why I would laugh at him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I really want this kit, but what it's inspiring me to do is because I've got a new Gundam Verkar sat there, and I've just imported the high mobility backpack for it. I'm really tempted to do my own 7-Eleven Verkar version.
Yeah.
And you might see that. I might add the green.
You know what the worst
Because
part
I'm
is?
really loving that color screen.
It's a really good color scheme.
I will say, whoever made this put a
Yeah.
lot of work into him and did really well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that stripe along the fin funnels, fuck yeah.
I'm gonna have to put that green on my Verkar now. I'm gonna have to.
One
I kind of
wonderful-
want someone to
Go
use
Team
this
United,
actual.
go.
I kind of want someone to actually use this color scheme for an actual.
Yeah, no, I'm
Well,
looking
so-
at this and I'm just seeing an elite Federation force like the White Dingo team.
Oh
It
yeah,
looks,
I can see that.
Yeah, it looks great. Frisky
Hmm.
Walrus, thank you so much again from our Discord, showing off the kit. Thank you so much.
The worst part is, and I just want to throw this in.
Yeah.
I'm from the UK, but even I love 7-Eleven as a brand.
Yeah.
These are better than the McDonald's RX-78. I'm sorry, but they are.
Oh yeah, no,
RX-78
McDonald's RX-78 looks fucking hideous.
There's the truth. Our next kit is by David 126771 from our Discord.
Ooh,
Yes.
Guys, look at this.
I like it.
It is. Isn't this like the commander from one of the build series?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this
but
is
it-
the Command Quan from those
Yeah.
YouTube OVAs about the guy who lost a
Loves it.
fight, who played second in a tournament, and then became a total edgelord and built
This is from
Marvelous.
This is from Gundam Battle Log. This is the
Yeah,
one
no,
I told
it's
you
from
about.
that game that doesn't work.
No. See,
No.
Battle Log isn't actually from the game.
Isn't it from an
It's a
anime?
mix of. It's like a four. It's a short 4-episode OVA. anime.
I think it's longer than
Yeah.
4 episodes, but yes, I know what you
It's
mean. I
actually
have
a
the
mix.
Taurus.
It's a-
It is
it's literally-
Battlelog.
It's
Yes.
literally basically they put the main girl from Gundam Breaker 3 in there. They put the main cast from the mobile game for Gundam Breaker.
They had an event in the mobile game leading up to it explaining why all of them have new Gunpla.
I'm just getting
Yeah.
I just like this kit because I like the
repair
command.
vibes from this.
I like
Uh,
the
I
SD
think
command.
it's-
And this is what the main guy used.
Sorry, what were you
I
saying?
love the SD command. I'm glad it got something from the.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of a bit miffed that the SD command never got a proper regular proportion version like the Knight or the Musha.
I will say the
okay.
fact that the main character, the
That's
main
what it can
villain
do.
in that series was so over the top made it the best ever.
So
I don't know. I felt like watching it immediately after build was a disservice.
Yeah,
Or
so
on my
I-
part, just because.
I haven't even watched it at all. I
There's
just looked at it
literally a
because I liked
part
it.
where he's like, the guys are like, okay, let's redo it, and he literally breaks the screen. You know, the part where they're like showing like two triangles where he literally pushes the other guy out of the way. He's like, no, I'm not allowing this shit happen.
well,
He literally makes.
I haven't actually watched the show.
Yeah.
and
Me neither.
It's
all
apparently
I'm
4 or 5
seeing here
episodes.
is
They're
and
not
it's,
very long.
trying
And
to make
they're not
extra
very
text
long.
here with the repairs. It's like they got
It's like-
merged.
and it's the cast
like 30
from
minutes
Break
total.
series.
But the
Xeonix
villain is so
Shadows
over the
saying-
top that made me love it.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't think
Yeah.
I think these are add-ons though in the back, right? Those
Yeah,
are-
no, they don't feel like. I think those just came
Oh,
off the
yeah.
regular Quan.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are
Yeah, they
definitely
are.
from the regular Quantum.
I kind of.
Which is really cool.
If
But the
you
rest of
paint
it-
that, if you paint that green, I think that would look perfect.
Oh yeah, no, like it's Command Gundam. Well, it's the Command Quant full saber now.
It looks great.
Well, now I have an idea for what to do with my high grade Gundam the Origin. I can turn it into the command.
Ooh, do that!
I love this kit.
I just need
It's fantastic.
the right parts, and it's driving me insane.
I mean, couldn't you mount actual parts from the command onto it?
I've never tried
Like you
that.
can just
I
grab the
should
missile
try
pod
that.
off the SD.
But it does look very nice. Good
Does.
job on the build.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
the SD command.
Very different.
yeah.
I like its design. I should look for that, and I should try that.
So,
I saw
thank you.
Barbatos.
Thank you, David, for showing us the kit. Really appreciate it. Our next kit is a kind of a custom build here. It is it's by Skyheart. It's the Azrael Shiru Gundam, which looks to be
What
a
the fuck?
kind of a kit bash of Barbatos
The
and
Barbados
Man,
Lupus and
That looks.
Those are Quan
yeah, that's-
backpacks.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a 00 Quan backpack along with the blades.
very interesting. I actually kind of
Wow.
like it.
It feels like a Digimon.
Hey, you know what?
And now I
I
can't
can
unsee
see
it.
that.
Can't
I can see
unsee
that.
now.
That
You're not
looks-
wrong.
Yeah.
But
But it also that specific shade of gold is taking me back to Transformers Energon.
Everything
I
is
think,
taking you back
yeah.
to Transformers.
Well, yeah,
It was what I spent everything until like age 16 focusing on.
Yeah.
Same.
I like this.
Very
pose.
nice paint.
I like this pose. And
Oh, yeah.
the way they did the
I
picture.
like
This
arm
pose
blades.
Makes me think. Actually, of a
yeah, so do
Pokemon.
I. I love the Exia.
Looks awesome.
It is very nice. The colours have been done really well.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I like my white and gold to be.
Also, well treated enough that they felt safe taking it outside to take photos.
Yeah.
Not
mean,
everywhere is
I
the
like
water.
the photos. I like how the
It's touching grass.
touching grass. Touching grass. Yeah, it looks great. Skyheart. I mean, this kit looks awesome.
It really does.
I like the,
Mhm.
the bash she did with it's the Quan or the double O riser? The double O riser, right?
Uh,
That's the backpack.
Now I'm
from?
wondering what I should do with my high grade Barbatos Lupus because now I'm getting ideas.
Well, I mean, yeah, the sky's the limit, you know. Great poses, great atmosphere. Skyheart, thank you so much for letting us show it off. Our next kit
Very good
is
machine.
our final kit of the day, and it is by our one and only Atma. It is the
All right.
Gundam. It's a kit bash. It's
Oh.
the Gundam AIM.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Gundam
Nice.
AIM.
Gundam
Huh.
AIM.
I
Gundam.
have no
AS
idea what any of these parts are from.
It's the ASWGO23 AIM.
I see some
Look at him.
Zaku parts.
It's extremely well weathered. Like, yes, this looks like a machine this looks like something that would stroll on screen in a remake of 8th MS Team.
I was just about to say
Oh,
that.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
got
definitely
the
looks like
dime
it's
slab.
hard.
It's the B team.
Need some
It looks like
They're
This is the
satisfied.
9th MS Team.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like it has the
that's a
dine stuff on the shoulder as well.
It looks like it had
Nice.
its parts changed out before, which is why some of them are white.
Yeah, no, like some of that
emergency repairs.
Emergency repairs. I need to get my hands on an Easy 8 now. I love the fact that it's just random crap glued together.
There's that movie out there called Pacific Uprising. I'm not a huge fan of what they did with the plot, but there's a machine on that called Scrapper. It's a little bot compared to the big ass Jaegers. And that's what this guy reminds me of. He's the little guy who wants to just fight everything. He's useful. He's multi-purpose. I love this design. It's adorable, but it's also functional and cool.
It's going to run up and unload missiles in your face.
Yeah, it's apparently it's a solo MS team, aka it's by itself. That's the team.
Nice.
It's a little one-man army scrapper.
It's the one-man army. I like it. Well done.
Very well done.
Thank you,
there's
Atma.
ZRS.
Again,
good work as usual.
Again, we're slightly disappointed that a missed opportunity to use a loincloth again. I think this could have used it as well.
We're never letting that one go, are we?
So, no, I'm not. Maybe next time, Atma, you can you can bring that back. That'd be great. Thank you.
No.
Very well done. Very well done. Do you guys want to do the cool wall right now, or do you want to go into
I do the cool wall because I've got to get off shortly for my own stuff, and I haven't actually watched episode 19. I don't mind spoilers, but I'd rather save it. So
yeah,
I'd appreciate if you guys don't mind.
Okay, let's just do that.
Okay, we will. We'll do that. Give me 1 second.
Plus, I'd like to rip all the Zaku's where they should be. Off the wall.
Okay.
Hey, I have given love to some Zaku's. I am very open to design.
Let's get this going.
It's just Zaku's fault they keep expanding.
All right, let's get the raids out of the way early before the G-Witch raid sets in.
Zionic Shadow, we'll if you want to send us kits to show off. I would definitely love to show them off from that crew. Just DM me.
Join the Discord, man. You'll see all sorts.
For our first Grunt MS of the day, it's gonna be the Hindry Storm.
Hindry Storm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Storm. Yes.
Let's be honest. Gundam names never make fucking sense with the.
They tend to have some.
Yeah, no, like. The only ones that really felt like they followed a theme were the ones from Seed, the ones from Double O, and the ones from IBO.
Yeah.
So, to the mobile suit, I'm not a huge fan of Grassley House suits like I am of the Sword.
What do you have against the Grassley House?
The feet.
It's the feet.
Yeah,
and
the legs.
It's all the really... Yeah, you gotta scale it up a little bit.
I gotta scale it up. Hold on a second. We need a good shot of the feet here.
There's a lot of weird round shapes on it that they don't feel out of place. But
what is up with those hip joints?
What is up with all the circles on the lower body?
I feel like
it's like there's so many circles and there's so many hard edges at the same time. It doesn't really how do you call it? It doesn't really dedicate itself to one or the other. It just kind of stays in between them. I still like it. I think this is cool. But it's nothing that's good enough to be like.
The ankles are so high up.
I will say,
hit them with a bat, they crumple.
I really feel like there's something going on here where there's a little bit of like bias, hate because it's Grassley and like Shadik's kind of taken over.
I'm actually gonna tell you the Mika Ellis. I'm a huge fan of the Mika Ellis and the teal green one that they have with the big lance. Those are super cool, but this one is just kind of
I'm still thrown off by those fucking ankles. And like again, the hips. They worked in the Mikalis because the Mikalis had like windows and shit to show off lights beneath. Here, they just have the pattern, but none of the actual reason for it.
The hips as was it Shakira or Jennifer Lopez? The hips don't lie, you know.
Anyway, this mobile suit's a twin.
Design the
no.
legs on a Gazelle sprint system because I'm feeling like I'm looking at digigrade legs. Like,
I will
are
say
they
the
just
backpack
designed
looks.
for burst sprints.
The lower backpack looks worse to me. It actually made me want to downgrade it
So
to
I
what I
haven't
was originally
actually
going to
seen
give it.
this in a show function. Are the
Hmm.
legs built for speed? Is that
Now-
what I'm looking at?
Look, okay, you know
My
what? Look,
Galactic
look.
Empire loving heart loves the feet because ATST and ATATs, but I don't know. It just doesn't look right on a mobile suit.
You just made me think that someone's just what they're gonna do is like fly around like in a motorbike or something and like get a wire and basically trip it the fuck up.
All right, Jay
It could
Dizzle.
work.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
work.
the more I look at this thing, the more I wonder how the fuck the explosive didn't take out its goddamn
So for this
Stick legs.
for this specific mobile suit, I'm only taking one opinion, and I'm taking Jay
Oh,
Dizzle's,
shit.
Jay
Oh,
Dizzle's
shit.
opinion. Where's it
Oh
going?
god, you're just
no,
flat out
I
cheating
mean-
now.
Where's it going?
What?
Wow. Okay.
JD, I just
Uh,
want to, just before you like select where this goes, I just want to tell you and say to you, I trust you that you'll make the right decision. That you'll make the right decision.
I will say at least it doesn't have a mono eye.
Also true. Now that just doing it seriously, not cool. I mean, boy, Sunny over there. I say Sub-Zero.
JD, where's it going? Where's it going?
I would say no higher than cool because legs do throw me off.
Okay, it's cool. Okay, I was kidding. Kai, where's it going?
I don't know. Between cool and not cool.
Oof.
I just
Oof.
because upper half. I love the upper half. It's
Yeah.
cool, but it's the lower half. It's just like goat.
I mean,
It was made by
are you guys
because-
telling me this
And
is
I
like
don't mean
in the same
goat, I
era
mean it's
of the
just
goddamn Nemo? Are you
Well,
serious?
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, in some cases, the
Oh
Nemo is
my
better.
God.
Yeah, no, like
For everybody
I'm
watching,
sorry, but,
I'm
like-
sorry. This is the crew I'm stuck with here. I apologize.
I'm sorry, everyone watching. I'm sorry, I is wrong.
Damn.
Yeah.
We can't rein him
Oh my
in.
God,
We've
it's wrong.
tried.
We
There's
got it.
gonna
We
be a
got a
lot
Nemo
more
is better
things we
in
throw.
chat. Oh my god. Okay. So Kai, are you saying in the middle between not cool and cool?
Somewhere in the middle there. Yeah.
Okay.
It is just the feet. If the feet were bigger and looked like you can hold the weight, maybe I could accept the AT-AT legs.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. Just to inform everyone, Kai is a kind of has a feet fetish, so he's very particular in what
Actually,
he
no, I don't.
likes and dislikes. So it's understandable.
Are disgusting.
Please,
I, you petty bitch.
V, Fluffy V,
Oh,
let's
I've got some
hear
pettiness to throw.
hear some common sense for once, please.
I haven't actually seen this in a show before.
Okay.
I need to know about the legs. I know I asked it earlier. I'm not sure if anyone heard. Have the legs got a sprint system from their design? Like it looks like it's
No.
got a gazelle structure, or does it not have a sprint burst system?
I
because of
don't
it?
know.
No.
From
We
what
don't
we've
know.
seen, it doesn't appear to have a sprint system.
So the legs have got all that opportunity, but none of the actual function.
We don't know. We haven't really seen it do anything except stand around and get shot at.
And then,
so...
but take no
Yeah.
damage. So I mean, there's that.
Oh right,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
get
Like,
where
it
it's
just-
from now. Okay.
It just stands
Yeah,
there,
so-
it takes shots, it kills a bunch of terrorists, and then it leaves, and it's like, I buy.
Yeah. V, where is
I
it
mean,
going?
Mechanically, I'll say it's cool for being, a different design. I'm always in for stuff that's different.
Yeah.
The legs are different. I'm always down for something that's different.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I'm going to give it not cool because it did have a few scenes of having this stupid level of vulnerability.
Stop.
But for being blasted basically to crap. So I'll go high end, not cool, low end, cool. I'll go on that in between line for it.
Okay.
Because it's different. I will accept suits that do a different theme. Go a little bit off.
All right. We're gonna go with medic.
I will point out this.
There was sentiment in your voice.
Yeah. It was like,
Yeah, no, it's very solid middle of the road. Like it doesn't wow me like the other fucking
Yeah, that's what
SWAT
it's
style
like a
mobile
trainer suit
suits.
for grunts. It really.
Yeah,
feels
no,
a
like the
trainer
worst part is I think the fucking SWAT style demi trainers pull it off better.
Okay.
But no, those legs just feel so fucking off, and ultimately, it's just not as good as the equivalent Delanza.
Okay.
Yeah, mid tier.
Oh god. Okay. So you're gonna be putting in. So where do you want it exactly?
Between cool and not cool.
Okay. We do have a saving grace here. We do have Icy. He usually has really good takes on these. So Icy, please. What do you think?
I don't think you're gonna say that in a minute. Okay, so I want to start off. I'm gonna say cool for sure, solid cool. I'm not necessarily a super big fan of the suit's design overall, but it's not bad. It's just okay personally, but I like the waist backpack. It's very Space Leo.
Yeah.
I always thought I don't like Leo's, but I thought I always like that space backpack thingy.
Okay.
I like the small shield, and
tube.
I'm actually a huge sucker for shoulder cannons. That's always an instant that's always an absolute, except for the gun tank over there. It's always like an instant coolness, bump, 5-point cool bump for me when you have a shoulder cannon.
You know what? Not a bad take. We've had worse, like medics, but Locus, please.
So this is just a solid cool for me.
Okay.
It's nothing that I have any real major complaints about. It's nothing that it's this is breaking ground. This is the hot shit kind of thing.
Okay.
It's just cool. Like most of the Grassley suits.
Okay.
They're they're exactly what I expect for. I'm not the good guy, but I'm not the bad guy.
I'll ruffle someone else's feathers real quick. I think this is a better design than the Michaelis.
Okay. That's gonna ruffle some feathers here. Okay.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Yeah, I said earlier, I feel like you could slap an L plate on this and call it a trainer suit. Literally, first pilot, this is a suit you can throw away.
Okay.
It's got that feel to it, but I like the shield of it at least. I always love them shield designs.
Tiny little
shield.
Say,
the shoulder weapons, big yes.
Okay. Wolf. Did we get your take on it yet or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say not cool.
Survival.
Yeah, not cool.
Okay.
The fucking circular backpack is just a no. Whoever designed them should be just no. The chicken legs just make me think I could kick its fucking kneecaps and it would fall over.
How did this thing survive explosives directly at the ankles?
Well, because it's switched from Mercury. That's why.
Or wait, was it a Zawart that did that?
No,
that was Michaelis.
I think that was a big lost opportunity lost in the show where we don't see these things move. Are the legs high mobility? If I'd seen that, I would have upgraded to that's a wow factor. But
yeah,
because
they were just they were just jumping around most of the time, not really moving.
Okay. So I'm gonna say it's cool, but since there's such a big division of not cool and cool, we'll slab it right down the center of in between. Okay, I think that's fair.
That does seem fair.
So you acknowledge it's equal to the GM.
It hasn't got a terrible factor.
Oh my god! I can't believe it's equal to the goddamn Girozulu. You know that it's.
No, I see it.
It's just a little bit of it. It's kind of it's a shame, but.
I thought you liked the Zulu.
I do, but have it on the same aspect is just it kind of hurts me.
It's one of those suits you need to see in full action to really appreciate if it's got characteristics that are outside of what it looks like, and unfortunately, it looks like a chicken taking a shit.
Okay, well,
I don't understand much of a problem with the regular
baby.
The next MS, the mystery MS we have here. Is the heavy front Zorot?
Zawart.
I can't wait to play this thing in Armored Core 6.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I mean, it was designed by the guy who made Armored Core Design, so...
Yeah.
Every time I see this suit, I think Halo prototype, and I don't know why. I think it's just a weapon.
It does look a lot like the Mantis.
I just realized I think the front padding on the front of its thighs are actually just more ammo packs.
That's what
Oh, I
thought they
like
were.
that.
They are.
Gun.
Is
Yeah, I
Chief
have.
Buckley?
Gun. I have. Gun. You will get.
All right, Medic. Where's this thing going? On the wall.
I'm going to say high cool. I like that it's just armed to the teeth.
Mhm.
That, this is what you send in to suppress rebellion. It has a very nice shape to it. A nice color scheme broken up. Nice head design. I just like it. It's not perfect, but it appeals to me.
Okay. Let's cool. JD.
I have to leave for a moment, so I'm gonna cut in. I'm just gonna say this is Sub-Zero for me. It's
Okay.
just like a sword, but better. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I have to wake up my girlfriend.
Okay. JD.
I like it. I honestly really do like it.
Okay.
I'm usually not a fan of that woody green color.
Yeah.
I feel like it fits well with the suit.
Okay.
I say high cool, in my opinion. I do like that it does have spare mags on its hips, and then you can tell like it looks like a little cover to try to make it match the body color.
I
But
like
you
that
can see
too.
where it look like it'll open up from the grab the mag and just
I like that.
throw it on the gun.
Yeah, I agree. V.
You know what? I'm actually gonna give this suit a straight Sub-Zero.
Oh.
And the reasons I'll give for it is that it's armed to the teeth, which obviously I love. More Daka, more power, more I'm gonna blow up everything in front of me I'm down with. But it's really pulling on teenager me, which was many years ago when the anime for Halo called Prototype. If you told me the pilot of this was called Ghost, it would literally be up off the wall on the Sub-Zero side. So it's really appealing. I just love its overall design, and not many people are a fan of the green, but again, it's that Halo green, and I dig it. British Army green kind of level. I'm down with this suit completely, and I love its weapon loadout on top, and it looks like it can actually haul itself around the battlefield, not just going to stand there and fall over.
Yeah,
Because of the ankle issue, right?
Always with the ankle issues.
Okay. Icy.
I'm gonna definitely be in the Sub-Zero category as well. Specifically, just to the left of the Jesta, though, because the Jesta's still cooler.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's again shoulder cannons. It's really well armored. The one weird thing is because I was looking at the model kit of this, and it's like I don't know where those extra mags are supposed to go. It doesn't look like it belongs on the beam weapon, or the beam rifle, and it definitely doesn't go on the shoulder.
I can definitely tell where you can see where the mag is on the back of the gun, though.
Yeah,
it's at the very top.
Color is it?
It's sticking
Are
out.
they really the same? Is that really the same? Because it's this different color completely.
No,
that's
those
what
are
I'm saying.
holders.
Those are holders.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Look at the
Alright.
bottom. You see like a line as if like that would open up and he'll grab it.
Okay,
and
that
out.
makes sense then. Yeah, that's the one thing that was like throwing me off on the kit. But yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, no, it's definitely like really dope. Definitely a Sub-Zero suit in my opinion.
Okay, Kai.
Oh, I just realized you can actually see some extra hard points on it. Can I change my opinion?
No, Kai.
Oh,
High cool. I have to put it in high cool
Like
because
cool.
gun. I love it, and it's more in line of where I started with Mecha as a whole. Because there's a lot going back to Transformers. Yes, a lot of tank Transformers that tend to look kind of like this, and I just like it. And I'm recently just starting to get into Armored Core. I can't find any games to play.
Mhm.
Makes me mad. But
That's
I
yeah.
like
I assume because they're all jacked up in prices.
jacked up in prices, and I don't have the consoles for it.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't.
It's probably
actually...
cheaper to get the console at this point than it is to get Armor 1.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But yeah, any of them that you try are all really good. Though if you play 4 answer.
Are these beam sabers behind the arms there?
Yes.
Yes.
They appear to be, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's like a pale thing is to put the beam saber
Yeah,
in
no.
the arms.
Assuming it functions like the like the ferret, that the arm the hand just fucking rotates 90 degrees to grab.
Oh, it's amazing.
It does. Same thing with the Zort does that too, I believe.
I didn't even know that. That's fucking legit.
Yeah. Who's next? Who wants to give me? I can't remember.
I can.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Sub-Zero, definitely. I love the look of this thing. I definitely like... Well, I'm always a sucker for a good heavy weapon suit.
I am heavy
Yeah.
I feel like this is
suits.
pretty much like almost unanimous where it's...
I don't know why everyone is against the green. I feel like some of you need to...
I think the green is fucking
It's a
lit.
military suit. It's of course.
Yeah, it's military.
Yeah.
It works. It blends into the night and fucks shit up.
That's where it's going.
Exactly.
I highly recommend getting a PSP emulator and playing AC3 and AC3 Silent Line.
Funnily enough, I have my personal history with this kit is I'm getting it from AD Hub along with my Full Mechanics Ariel. It's the only other like proper kit I got alongside the Ariel.
There you go.
So I was like, this won't be in stock in Germany for 4 months. I'm getting this from Japan.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the cool wall. Those were the 2 MSs that we were showing off today. And I think the decision was pretty unanimous. No, I feel like the first suit could have been higher, but you know, you can only work with what you have, guys.
It could also have been lower. You know, it could have gone downhill really badly, but it's sat in the middle.
It could have. It could have.
Now we get into the fights over which from Mercury. Here we go.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
now-
I'm getting my colony drop ready.
I mean, I assume we'd be doing the Dylands of Soul, but okay.
Now we're getting into. I think this is kind of like the fighting era of the show. We're getting
Oh,
into-
please. We already did the cool wall. The fight has begun.
Nah,
At this point, it's just
we're going straight back.
firing squad.
We are getting into
You're aware, I
going
am
straight
sick and
back to
loose
the
lips.
school.
episodes 16.
Just for people like Aya, we're going to spend the next episode in the school doing nothing else,
Yeah.
and Aya's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I hate it here."
We're
I hate it here. I don't understand what build up means.
we're in we're going to be talking about the episodes 16 to 19 of Gundam Witch.
Why aren't more people getting crushed?
I think episode 18 was a basically a recap, so we're kind of just gonna not talk about that unless anyone wants to pipe up. But
Wikipedia
I
doesn't
didn't
even
watch
list
it.
it as an episode.
well, there you go.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's not even
exist.
true.
It's
Are we
not
talking
real.
about, are we
Just
talking
like
about the
Soletta.
Mother's Day one?
I really
Yeah.
don't like recap episodes anyway.
It's
Like,
funny
they
because
use-
nowhere. It's not even on Crunchyroll. Like it doesn't even exist.
As far as I can tell, like,
That's
the
funny.
first time they did this, it was just the cast sitting around shooting the shit. It was closer to a commentary than a recap.
Okay, so
Well, I'm
the,
gonna have to head out,
okay.
but I will say the episodes I've watched, I'm liking the building. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
good.
put spoilers in early. We'll let you guys talk about it.
Yep.
Been wonderful with you all as well. Hope you all stay well,
Thanks for
and I'll see you
popping
next
by.
week.
I promise nothing.
Get better, get
so
better.
we'll start off with episode 16 of G Witch here. So basically the episode starts off basically it's this is is it Dr. Winston or Dr. Watson? You guys remember?
I don't actually remember. I don't even remember her name.
Yeah, but
Belmelia Winston.
Winston.
It's
yeah.
funny because like she's super relevant, but at the same time she's not relevant enough for me to.
She's
even remember
relevant,
what she's
but
called.
she feels like she's just there to get Prosper.
It feels
And you know
like
what? I'm fine with that. She deserves to be monologued at.
I mean,
Yes.
Fuck Belle.
it's either she's there to be monologued at, or she's there
Somebody's-
to
she's
like
to
be
be
the
sad.
one to investigate what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, or she's just
It's
sad.
a mix of
So
things.
I think she's kind of like a hot mess. Like I think she's really overreacting to the situation of what Prospera did with Fury.
She feels
Like-
like she just regained her humanity and is trying to come to terms with what she's done.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen,
You know,
Belle, you
she's-
work with Gund,
Yeah.
you work with monsters. That's just the facts at this point.
Well, the
Yeah,
fact too,
let's at that point.
she's been working with the Peel Group for I think 20 years, and let's face it, she's discarded probably quite a lot of bodies that are children
Oh
and
yeah,
are orphans.
At least 4.
So I think like my kind of like issue with her is that she's making such a big deal of this, like how Prospering, oh my god, you're a monster, And I'm like, bro,
and then she's a monster
how
herself.
many kids?
Yeah, no, Prospera's counter is just cool. How many dead kids are you?
How many
Or-
dead
Right?
kids are
Mothmeat,
falling
Keto,
out of your
have we met?
closet? You know what I mean? You had a lot of dead kids in there, probably.
Yes, so you're both terrible.
You're in way too deep to start moralizing it, because that's the thing about Prospera.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about right or wrong.
Yeah.
Prospera only cares about revenge.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
even revenge so much as just, I want to hug my child again, and I will step over as many corpses as I need to make that happen. Don't you dare fucking get off your fucking high horse. I'm going to hit you in the kneecaps.
So we get this shot basically.
That's actually much better than most of the takes I've seen so far on Twitter.
Yeah, she's a little bit upset about what Prosper is doing.
Like, I'm very glad the show does not try to paint Belle's actions in that different a light.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's done worse.
Oh, yeah.
Bella's basically just like Prospera. They're the same.
Yeah. Except the only thing is, I think she's not really has motivation to have revenge, but her motivation is just to like live.
She just wants to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just wants to survive.
Yeah.
While Prospera, and you can tell because Belle, like all Belle does is like, oh, I work for Pale and got by, and Prospera's like, I got my fingers into everybody's food.
Yeah.
And I did all this shit. Look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh, one of you mentioned, I don't remember which, the very real possibility Prospera is also supplying Donna Fold.
That was me. And Yellow, like, Prospera seems to literally have, like, a direct phone line to every person in power to be like, hey, you want to do something that sounds really good to you, but in actuality, I'm using you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using you. You know I'm using you, but you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what would have been, so a thought just occurred. Like, that moment you watched, we didn't see what happened, it's just everyone already knew her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we still have, the stuff on Earth is still escalating. We have the headline, Fears of War and Terrorism Rise Due to Earthian Unrest. So we're Earthian and we're mad. And that's kind of what's happening.
I honestly like that we're being shown these shots, and it's not just like a character explaining to us what's going on, but it's like, newsflash!
Yeah.
And like
Earth is still
in every single news... Every single news program I'm covering is like, oh, the Earthians are the aggressors. And it's really more shades of gray at this point.
Propaganda, you know?
Yep.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. They're in space. People are going to say, oh, look at the Earthians. They're so uncivilized.
Their souls are weighed down by gravity and also lead.
Hi, Xeon.
So we still have Shadiq here. He at this point he's captured his
father.
And
hate that haircut.
Dear God.
He's just he's got his harem group there, and he's still plotting.
How does he keep
plotting his next failure?
I want to stuff him into that stupid vase.
I actually have a lot to say about Shadiq when we get to the scene in the last episode where he shows up.
Yep. He's just doing his thing. He's I don't know, he's how old is he, like 17?
Schemer,
he's kind of like just
17
fighter.
Yeah. I think
he's a good schemer. He's just not a good mobile suit pilot.
Yeah.
Well, okay, never mind. He's a great
issue is
pilot.
He's a decent schemer. The only reason I don't say he's good is because his early schemes relied on him piloting a mobile suit.
Well, right now, it seems as we'll go through the episodes, things seem pretty good for him.
Yes.
So he's just kind of like he's captured his dad, put him away somewhere, and things seem to be going pretty good for him. Mjorne,
one of the
he just put his dad in like an old people caretaker thing. He's Dad, you're too old for this job. You should go do something else.
We go back to the Earthians, and they're getting bullied by the Spacians. They're writing some bad things on their house, and tossing water bottles at the Earthians' Earth house. And Mjorne finally shows up because she's been away doing business, and kind of like
doing business, aka sulking.
Aiding her father.
Not just business, also standing by her dad's bedside.
So,
aka, she had a reason. I know. I'm just throwing shade.
Go to shade at that moment. I mean,
She's like, and I took this screenshot on purpose because I thought it was like really funny. She says, "I can't see the school turning a blind eye to violence," and I think kind of this is hilarious, especially because this is kind of a joke at this point, you know. So,
like especially after Plant Quetta.
Like the school really no, especially after what happened with Shadiq.
The school encourages violence.
It's more like
not even just Shadiq. Remember how Ghoul almost killed several students episode 1?
Yes, but it's like the school is just operating so that like everything seems like everything is normal, while in reality there's just a huge dumpster fire going on.
Yeah,
they're just really good at sweeping it under the rug, an increasingly large rug that burns increasingly faster.
I think the fact though is like they have all these rules set in place, and then like at the end, you know, they have their what's it called? Their like mantra before just they fight, and then like the end of it is like the truth is only in the duel or in the fight. So basically, whatever you do, like forget about the rules that you guys like agreed on. Like you could just cheat because like the only thing that matters is the outcome of the fight. So I kind of
find is also in the rules. Haha.
So the rules are basically there's no rules.
Except don't kill one another.
Just don't kill each other.
The Gundam fight has more rules than this.
Yeah, just don't kill each other on purpose. Like try, it could be an accident, but we'll overlook it.
If it happens, it happens with reasonable safety precautions. And if one of the 3 branches just lost its main, just lost its heir,
so
I'm sure the other 2 will give us enough money to make up the difference.
We haven't actually seen anybody die except when the terrorists were there and they weren't like, using weapons.
We did. Yeah, that's true. We did see that one pilot. This is probably why they're.
Yeah, he got evaporated by the machine gun from the Earth.
Yeah, so that's why the Spacians are a little bit angry about that because. Rip.
He had a name, Is that name ever going to come up again? Fuck you!
Rip classmate, So they blame the Earthians, and that's.
Hang on.
Oh,
there we go.
Yes.
The coffin dance for the. I can't remember his name, but Rip.
He got mentioned once, and to be honest, his mobile suit was more interesting because it was like a F-91 tank.
Dude. Guys, didn't he look like he was like 35 or 40? Like when it screamed. Like
I mean, it's not uncommon for college people to go back at like 40 or 50 or so. Yeah.
This is a high school.
He was a detective.
He's a nerd.
He's been held back a lot. Like again, his mobile suits of choice sits down as its main offense.
Yeah.
Or he just aged, like he saw his life flash before his eyes.
So I love that the website has a little section for all the minor mobile suits that continues to list their manufacturers, and you can see the correlation between manufacturers.
Nice.
Like one of them has a thing for fucking Xeon style knuckle shield with guns. Like we saw one in the season opener montage.
The next kind of scene we see here is one of the characters that are becoming more and more interesting, in my opinion, is Elan 5, and he is attempting to basically steal the Ariel at this point.
At this point, Payless give him in the ultimatum: "Hey, bring us the Ariel. You've been taking too long. I thought you said you could have her eating out of your hand. I keep getting cock blocked."
Yeah. And then it's like if you don't do it, you're gonna die. And he's like, what? Yeah.
We got Elan 6 ready to go. We've scoped him out. We can have him sign the paperwork any day now.
Look, I will be honest. All of this does make me realize that all the Elans are more sympathetic than Stiletta in most of this because they're literally on a clock.
Yeah.
Literally we will kill you any second if you don't do this.
To say about
yes.
To that point.
I remember when I posted that the Elans were expendable and they actually killed off the last one with like the giant ass laser and the incinerator, and people were like, no, they don't do that in this show, they don't kill anybody. I was like, nah, are you guys serious?
He's fucking dead.
And people were like,
did you watch the same prologue as the rest of us?
People were like, Aya, you're wrong, there's no way they're doing that. I'm like, Did we watch the same episode? I'm like,
Welcome to
I
Gundam.
saw that
Opium.
post.
Oh
I
my
looked through it
god.
just to be
No, 4's fucking dead, and 5.
Yeah.
You can say
going
he's
to
more
be
sympathetic
dead
all you
soon.
want. He's
He's
just a
rust-
few hairs shy of a rapist at this point.
So like,
he's
so like for a while,
Yeah.
I was expecting them to do a thing where they upload the consciousness of the person that was last a pilot the fract into the fract to
Yeah.
make it better. But because the fract has basically been like, yeah, I exist, but nobody's going to touch me for a while. I'll be like, yeah, no, they didn't do that.
Also, the fact that 5 uses a different loadout relative to 4 implied that,
Yeah.
no, he didn't get 4's piloting skills.
So basically, like you guys said, literally he's on a clock because he has to complete the mission. If you want to live, carry out your missions at all costs. So basically, that's
Yeah,
what he's
no,
gonna do. We'll
and then he meets Aerie.
wait,
And Aerie said-
we're gonna switch gears because after that, we'll come back to it.
Wait, I thought that was all in one
No,
scene. Did they do it in multiple?
It
They
is
did
in
a
all in
multiple,
one
yeah.
scene.
Because guess who comes back? Our boy Ghoul. Well,
He returns.
Oh,
Just-
yes.
Just fucking walks into the
Our
office. They just
real
let this
protagonist,
scraggly
I mean-
hobo in.
it's like he's like I'm back. I re-enrolled into the school. I'm like, okay.
And then Lauda fucking dies.
This school again. This school is just a joke.
It is quite literally a revolving door.
It's just like
I'm not even sure if that was at the school.
This was
No, this one is at the hospital.
This is at the hospital, I think, and
Well, no. At first, he walks into Lauda's office, then it switches to the hospital.
yeah. Then it's like Lauda had to step in and take over the company, and I think we'll see later on. He didn't really do a great job about.
No, he did a terrible job of it.
So
Oh, he did. He's
Yeah.
he's definitely not Garma.
but
He likes to think he is.
I just find it like everyone's like, where the hell is he? Where we gotta find him. And we're gonna like,
He just
our
fucking
son,
flies in on
my
a
brother, and it's like, oh hey guys, I'm back.
Yeah, no, he just fucking flies in on Space Southwest and strolls into the main office
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah guys, I'm back. What's up? What did I?
in a raggedy ass hoodie.
Yeah, what did I miss? I thought that was kind of funny. Anyways,
Yeah, no, and like everyone's just happy to have him back.
yeah. So everyone missed him.
This
He's back.
Wells, awesome.
So we're back at the Earthian house, and I guess they're discussing. They're telling because Miorne's been away for a long time, and they're like, okay, like we need you to here's
Do everything.
do everything. Here's the paperwork. We need you to approve these. We need more funding for these. And it's like, shit, I've been gone away for a while, and I got to do this.
Well,
And it's like serious,
well,
right?
the
Because they're
company
running a
itself is
goddamn
also-
company. It's Gundam,
Yeah.
right? So
the
this is
company
pretty
was
important.
Suspended for that time.
Sorry, Kai?
The company was suspended, so I think that's just all like build up that like they just got. So it's like, oh hey, we
Yeah.
got the president back. Let's just go ahead and just
Yeah,
have
we
her
got
do her
to
job.
like we're actually running a
Yeah,
company,
no, like,
and then it's just like,
they don't have enough people to start truly delegating yet.
yeah, so they have to
Yeah.
rely on her, like basically, and then it's just
Mhm.
like all right, this is like they're getting serious, and then I'm like, oh, as soon as I'm like, oh, here we go, and it's just Soleda's like, basically, can I go see the greenhouse with you? And I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Well,
And it's just
I
like you're
think-
such an airhead, like it's killing me.
Okay, but hold on a
She's not
second.
paying attention to what's going on.
In all
really.
seriousness, though, if those papers were so important that like an hour made a difference for them to be signed, then they'd have been screwed if there was a flight delay.
I mean, true.
Oh yeah.
True.
I mean, it is a
That's
company
that's a
quite
good
literally running off of one person having to sign a bunch of papers to finalize
They have
things.
goats in the main office.
point. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They
Yeah,
are
they
not
do all
a
their
they're
paperwork.
not a very serious company, and I
They're a
I
startup.
don't remember, like
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, they're a startup
Medica
company
said it,
run by teenagers.
With how much money?
It doesn't-
How much money do they have? Like that was a
50 million.
50 bajillion.
They had a lot of money. There was a lot of
20
money.
quintillion.
involved.
They gave it to teenagers.
Well, yeah. Again,
For some
teenagers
reason,
running a
yes.
Company.
But forget all about that, guys. Forget about developing this company in order to save the lives and doing good and preventing Gundams from being used as weapons. We need to go see a greenhouse.
So, as somebody who is building her own business,
Yeah.
that doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
Like whether or not you ship out that piece of paper today or tomorrow or in a week, half the time, as long as you get it done eventually with like legal paperwork and shit, nobody cares.
There you go.
No one cares.
Very good.
So it's like, so let Miorne go off for like half an hour or an hour to do their thing. It's going to change nothing,
There you go.
especially considering that they basically didn't have any business for, I think it's 2 weeks,
yeah.
2.5 weeks. So
Yeah,
whether or not
What's
that
another
piece of-
hour, right?
those, like, yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know. You could wait another week. It wouldn't make a difference, especially because they're at the start of the business. It's not like they have 100 contracts they need to fulfill tomorrow.
Right. So they want to go. She wants to go see the greenhouse with Miorne.
Yes.
And then before we actually get to see how to see, does it go immediately to the greenhouse? I can't remember
I do not
because
remember.
my tabs seem to have.
I'm not gonna go to that episode right now. This is 16 we're talking about, right?
Yeah. We're a little bit switched off here, but anyways, we're going to go to the greenhouse, and we see Miorne and Soletta talking because this is very important to the story and the relationship. Because a lot of the Yuri fans got really upset here.
Yep.
And,
I mean,
sorry.
They did, from what I remember.
They got really mad. Okay, like I'm talking, like heartbreak, talking slurs being said on Twitter. It was all out war because
yes,
there was a push for the relationship, and you think that there was a lot of change happening, and it would be really good. But Miorne is Miorne kind of accepted that that Scylla did save her life. But then Miorne is like, well, would you if your mom said to kill another person using a Gundam, would you do it?
Yes.
And what
Soletta hesitates. She knows it's not the answer.
Yeah.
I don't think she knows it's not the answer you want to hear. I think you're giving her too much credit there.
No, she definitely hesitated to answer before snapping into this.
I mean, she looks pretty happy to me, guys. I don't know.
I want to.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'll make more. I'll make more tomato paste. Just say the word.
Soletta is the thing is Soletta.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry, Kai. No, you go first.
There's something I'll say right now. There's more I can say later for the last episode, but for this one specifically, Soletta is very much in the mindset of, mother knows best. She's been essentially conditioned to think that. She hasn't had the development mentally to think on her own. So
yeah,
she's busted.
Now
she's busted. She's broken.
Unfortunately, yeah. But right now,
and
she's alone with less toxic people, relatively.
Soletta hasn't experienced that whole thing that probably almost everybody goes through, where your parents make a decision for you and it fucking ruins your entire life for like a year because they're like,
she hasn't gotten that part.
Yeah,
she hasn't done that.
Never happened.
She seems pretty yet. But my thing is, she seems pretty sincere here. Like this doesn't seem fake.
I still hold on to the idea that there is mental conditioning in play.
There is most definitely.
However, a lot of it is just she's isolated. She trusts Prospera unconditionally, and she doesn't put as much weight on a human life that she takes relative to one's others take.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like
she's Mikazuki, but introverted.
Yeah. That is. There's definitely more I can say later for
That does make it funny when people try to say that she's better than Mikazuki. When that just makes me laugh.
I love Mikazuki and I love Soletta.
Yeah, I like Mikazuki. I don't love Soletta.
I still think Mikazuki's much more developed than Soletta is because he still knows what's right and wrong because he grew up on the streets, right? Like he grew up. But
he grew up, he has an understanding of what's right and wrong, and ultimately he cast that aside in favor of whatever Orga says.
Yeah, Orga made him a promise.
I think the difference is...
Orga made him a promise.
I think the difference
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
think the difference between Mikazuki and Soletta is that Mikazuki is a character that basically has no emotional development in all of IBO. Mikazuki doesn't change from being a brickhead to like anything else. Till the moment he dies, he's still a brickhead. While
Yeah,
Soletta, Soletta is a developing character
And
that we
I haven't
see.
really
I
seen
disagree that
development
I
from
disagree.
Soletta yet.
Mika
Completely.
pretty much
I
only has
disagree
moments
completely.
of
Mika's
individual emotion
Look, Mika's childhood
when
was
someone he
killed.
cares about gets hurt.
Look, Mika's
Well,
childhood
yeah, that's
was,
pretty normal,
Look,
actually.
Mika's childhood was killed as a young kid. He became an adult when he met Orga. And he does still get angry, and we still see those emotions and his willingness to protect. He knows.
I just don't think he knows right from wrong.
You don't think?
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows good from evil. He knows what Orga tells him to know.
I think he just doesn't care about right and wrong.
Yeah,
He only
whatever
cares
Orga
about-
says is bad is what's bad to Mika.
He only cares about the people in his group, basically.
Yeah, no,
But is that
like
wrong,
you
though?
kill Biscuit, he's going
That's
to beat
not
you to
wrong.
death.
But
You injure Atra, he's going to go on the path.
Yeah, he is Mika. I mean, like, so the whole theming with Barbados was that made the wolf noises. Mika is literally a dog. He is a guard dog.
I'd say yes.
You know, you mentioned Mika, someone whose
I am
childhood was killed. You
offended
could argue
now.
Suletta is one whose childhood is still going when everyone else around her has been forced to grow up.
I am
Yeah,
offended now.
She's compared to everyone else, she has a relatively stable mom. I'd say
Quotations, giant quotations.
That's
She has a mom who can pretend to be sane.
Yes, she has a mom.
Giant quotations on that.
Look, I wish
Yes,
I
she has
wish
a
I had a
mom-
mom like Prospera.
Listen,
growing up,
anyone,
okay?
anyone that says that she can look sane seems to forget about her giant fucking helmet.
Prospera is as a character, I would say the reason why Soletta is the way she is because Prospera knows that the easiest way to get what she wants is to make sure that Soletta is exactly this bumbly, insecure, antisocial child who just wants to make mom happy. Okay, that's how she gets what she wants. And kind of preluding, because I have to go in 15 minutes, the reason Soletta isn't going to get what she wants is because Soletta is going to get hit by all that shit you usually go through in puberty in one go. Like, she's gonna get hit by the train, and the train is going to throw her into the mobile suit, and then the mobile suit is going to throw her into a mountain, and then so it's gonna be like, okay, shit, I'm an adult now.
But
oof.
because
I feel like that's what we're building up to.
But now she's got the ability to, like, a little bit of spoiler, but we won't go into it too much. But now she can like live her best life and focus on the things like she can actually want to, like her friends at the school.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, there's something I will say about that when we get to there, because it
that's
is
the
related
thing.
to the post that you said about the thing, but we'll get there.
And I think the cool thing about that is that like we're probably going to see Soletta go after Mjorne because that's what she wants.
I hope not.
Actually, I kind of.
My question is, like, is she going to be able to keep trusting Earth House? Because everyone else that she's trusting stabbed her.
Everyone kind of uses it. But anyway, so we
except Choo Choo.
We finish this point.
And then we get to see the Oomphy.
Mjorne gets kind of mad. And, so it just kind of didn't work out that way for Mjorne and Soletta. We get to the point where we see in this section.
Yes, there she is.
Hello.
We see it goes back to Elan 5. He's trying to access the aerial and steal it. But who do we see? We see 13 Ares. And they're like, you can't be here. You gotta go, mister. you gotta go, okay?
Okay, I'm counting. It looks like there's only 11.
There's
still, it doesn't matter how many number there are, it's still incredibly creepy.
Oh, yes. There's many, and they want him to get the fuck out.
Honestly, at that point, I would have just set TNT on the aerial and blew it the fuck up from the inside.
You see, when that happened in Gitter, it ate the guy who did it.
Yeah. So basically, she's like, "You can't be here, sir, and you gotta go."
And then she almost kills him.
Almost kills Elan. Elan's like, "I gotta get the hell out of here," and
and runs into Belle.
And smacks her.
And basically is like, you like, because he knows what she has done. And
you can moralize all you want, but at the end of the day,
yeah, so she's trying to like basically say like I had to do this or whatever. She's like trying to justify it, and Elan's like, "Shut up, bitch!
Shut up,
bitch! Move out the way."
her sins are literally punching her in the face.
Yeah, dude,
It's great.
I love it.
It's like literally the one person who's like, I am the fucking cause of this. You really think you can justify it to me?
I love it, dude. I
love it.
Each episode, Elan 5 is getting
Like he's still a piece of shit, but I love it.
Yeah, but he's the kind of piece of shit that we like to watch.
Yeah,
he's the piece of shit that we can understand.
And he's the piece of shit that we can understand. Well, I want him to die. I want Shadiq to die first.
And I found this kind of really important. And he's saying you're afraid of death, yet you don't care what happens to us. So she spent 20 years or 21 years
Killing
with
people.
the Peel group, like experimenting, killing kids because it was for her own survival, right? She needed to do it to like spare her life and work for her thing. But,
meanwhile, Prosper demonstrates literal immortality.
Yeah.
No, this is awful. Oh, this is horrible. How could you?
Yeah, and he's basically
don't get me wrong. Eri probably should have been allowed to pass on, but
and Elan's basically saying, "Get off your fucking high horse." Like, you're basically
just as bad.
You're just as bad, exactly. Like you've been killing us, and you don't give a shit, and God knows how many before us. And it's like, get the hell off the high horse. You're useless. So.
Now that Eri's been revealed, there's narrative jokes to be made.
There's always jokes to be made.
Real quick, I gotta head off.
Machine jokes, but okay.
All right, take care.
See you guys.
Yeah, I see.
See ya.
Rad.
Peace.
This kind of is basically Miorne finds out about the whole 21 years ago and what her papa did.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Honestly, one of
really...
the narrative things I'm really looking forward is Delling waking up, be like, "What the fuck are all you idiots doing?"
Yeah.
What the hell happened? How's Quiet Zero? Why the shit is this asshole running for president?
No, it's probably more like he's like, "I was asleep for 1 month and you guys destroyed everything."
Fucked up everything.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we on now? Are we still on 5?
Yeah, so
he's gonna be that meme where he walks in with a pizza box and everything's on fire. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Exactly. He's like, "Huh?"
I came here to celebrate my daughter's successful business. Why are there goats?
Rip.
What is this bull?
So basically, Miorne kind of finds out everything, and Prospera kind of uses this in a manipulative way to get her to work with Quiet Zero to work for and get that thing going. In order to if you want to protect Soletta, you got to do this for me, and kind of manipulates her that way. Does anyone else want to add anything in this scene?
I think this scene is really
Prospero goes from 0 to 100, and she goes from chill when you're Warshar to Raula Crusade.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is also the moment where it becomes clear. She still holds a resentment towards Delling. That is something that hasn't been clear throughout this entire series. But no, she's
in it to get her revenge.
She's in it to get her revenge, and she's in it to get Eri back. And these two things are mutually exclusive.
I should just see if I can just read the Tempest, so that I can see the story beats that Witcher Mercury is clearly trying to do.
It's actually funny because me and my girlfriend talked about this, and it's actually the Tempest, but by this point, the Tempest plot is more or less over. And now we're like, what are we doing next?
We're doing...
Yeah, it's like in the Tempest, everyone lives.
We're going Code Gaius. What we're doing next.
So Soletta is going to die, and Aya's going to get her wish.
We can only hope.
Not. I just heads up, I have to go in 8 minutes.
Okay.
But... I do like that Mio, she's terrible at communicating, but her thought is, no, I'm going to go confront the person who's responsible for this shit.
Yep.
The issue is, as from Soletta's perspective, Mio just fucking ran.
Yeah, so
without a word.
I think the interesting thing is that because both of them are clearly not normal, fully functioning adults in that Soleda's still a child and Miorne has never heard of actually talking with the person you care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just assumes
it's
people
like-
will know or
Yeah.
or just make decisions for her and ignore her.
Yeah.
It's like Bjorn is going to hurt Soleda massively because she believes it's the only way to help Soleda,
Mhm.
and it's just like all Soleda wants is to be with Bjorn. She doesn't care about the rest.
Yeah, so that's
And-
a perfect example of what I wanted to show here. Like, this is the next episode, by the way. So Miorne, like, in terms of their division, right? Miorne is focused on Quiet Zero doing like the adult things, right? And Soleda's just a kid, and she's telling me, I have my wish list, which includes celebrating a friend's birthday, and then when you turn 17, Miss Miorne, we're gonna get married. And I'm like, okay. It's just the different mentality, which you
That's so adorable.
perfectly.
Yeah, this
mentioned.
hurt to watch.
It
I was
did.
like, oh,
And it's like-
no, this is.
it's
gonna end in
also like-
tears.
Yeah, this because it's in like the next screen you're gonna show the whole thing with like, would you give up the Ariel for me? And Soleda's like, no. It's like, if anybody came up to me, it was like, would you never ever be allowed to see your sister or brother again? Nobody would say yes.
Nobody would.
Okay, except if you
Well,
hate
that's
them.
the thing.
Yeah.
But
Mio still assumes Soleda's just being metaphorical when she says all family.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
understand.
So there's a lot
So
of
it's like a family car.
Soleda doesn't understand
there's a lot
like
of missing
metaphors
information.
and all that stuff. She just takes everything at face value.
And also, she never once thought, oh, why is Mio asking this? She just figured, oh, it's a question I will answer.
You're right, Medic. She never once
Because again,
thought.
she's
It's-
never
She never thinks.
yeah, but the problem is
doesn't know how to
also
actually think like that.
yeah, and
She
the
hasn't had
problem is
experiences.
Yeah.
the problem is also if somebody asks you, would you be okay with never seeing your brother or sister again? You're going to jump to the face conclusion. You're not going to think about why. You know, or you'd ask why, or the person explain to you why, and not just be like, yeah, what if this? You know,
What if your mom was trying to kill everybody just to
Just
revenge.
to,
Well, hey, mom knows best.
yeah, from Soleda's point of view, yes, mother knows best.
if the universe needs to die, then it was probably a bad universe. Ideon
Hi
logic.
Zeno. Hi Zeno.
No. Ideon.
Oh god.
Oh,
We get we
yes.
get the next kind of clip here where it's basically Shidiki's like gonna say, I'm gonna be running for president, basically. And
Shidiki's
he
just
wants
put on a mask.
Peel's
Put on the char mask already.
he wants
He's
Peel's
trying so hard to be Prospera.
We've got
All
like
right.
3 Char clones in this show.
Yeah, sorry,
We
Lucas,
have
you
way
gotta
too
go, right?
many. We are up to capacity.
I
We
have
don't
to
need
go.
any more.
Take care, Lucas.
I'm
Thanks
gonna
for coming.
rewatch. I'm gonna rewatch everything that I miss, and then I'm gonna roast you in the general chat over it. All right?
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
So which one is Ghoul? Is he like the Graham style chocolate?
Well, I don't know what
He's the
is
one-year
weird.
war Char because he's.
I
the
don't know
rival.
if he is because he's the one that's actually good and interesting.
He's Zex Marquis.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'd say
yes,
Zex
yes, he's
Marquis.
Zex.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, yeah.
Because he has a lot more going on than even the
Yes, no, the moment you said that fucking clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Prospera
because
is
Zex
the main
honestly had
Shark
more
clone.
going on than
Zex is the kind of guy who, throughout the entire series, the side you were on, you really call him an antagonist.
Yep.
Yep.
So
And
Shadik's
Prospera
trying
is the main
to
Char clone.
get he's basically saying, I'm running for president. Peel, I need you to basically back me on this. Kind of agree.
Honestly, if anything, Zex is the anti-Char.
We go back to the greenhouse where Soleda's doing her thing, and Elan is there, and
with a taser.
with a goddamn taser. Pervert.
Yeah, no,
alert.
like
This guy.
Security
I
in
wanted
this
to punch
fucking
him so
place
hard.
is terrible.
What security?
I kind of hate that this is kind of the end of his ability to be subtle and sneaky.
Well, it's
But
frustrating.
at the same
right?
time, yeah, no, like what else is he gonna do? They're gonna kill him if he doesn't.
Yeah.
If he doesn't bring back something, and he attempts to steal the aerial, ended with Aerie ripping a decade off his life.
Yeah. This is something I can
Basically.
understand, right? This is like him, like shit. My time's running out,
He's desperate.
and he's desperate.
He's gotten desperate.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
he's gotten
understand.
desperate. He's not keeping the secret anymore. He's just going to fucking kidnap Soleta.
yeah. And then guess who saves
like-
the day? Zex
I mean,
Marquez. I mean, well.
Zex Marquez.
Oh,
So
I thought he was gonna break his arm right there too.
I thought so too. But
he should have.
I thought it was cool because this is like the exact opposite of what we saw from way back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Ghoul slaps his ass.
Basically. I thought it was cool. You know, we see a dramatic shift in, Ghoul's character, which we haven't really seen in Soletta yet. And then it's just
It'll happen. It's just going to happen in not the time frame that it should be healthy for a adult.
And honestly, like as far as anyone else can see, Ghoul just came back and is a completely different person because no one else here really has reason to remember him as more than the episode 2 character.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
He's he was that hotshot jockey with like
he was a hotshot jock
and whatever.
He had a bit of a sense of pride and honor, but ultimately just kind of vanished.
Yeah. And now he's doing the lone wolf, and I need to rebuild my dad's company.
And he's still wearing his jacket like that.
Oh, I love it. I think it's so cool he does that. I don't know what it is.
I can like attribute this to like he's trying to get back into the swing of things. He's like, okay, so I used to do it like this.
I used to wear my jacket like a tool.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing like the freaking All Quiet on the Home Front thing where he's trying to get back to normal, but he can't.
That is kind of what his arc is going on right now because he's back in school. He's trying to get back a sense of normalcy, and it's not working.
No, it's not working because every time he closes his eyes,
more.
Well, you can also say too, like his childhood's dead too, right? Like his inner child.
Oh yeah, no, like
yeah,
no, it died when he killed his dad, and then a child literally died to hammer it home.
Yeah, like he.
I'll be honest, he has the basic runnings of a Gundam protagonist with that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he is the protagonist.
All he's missing is the Gundam.
Other characters is just
hashtag Ghoul is the real protagonist. Anyway, no.
Honestly, at this point, I will not.
Yeah, no, don't. Mostly because I will fight you.
Well, story.
Yeah,
I will. Other characters can have arcs besides the protagonist.
True.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, but the protagonist is back. I mean,
the main thing I think the reason people fight so much that he's the protagonist.
Vegeta from Dragon Ball is because Toriyama will never write another redemption story that good again.
Impossible.
No, but the main reason I think people put him as the protagonist is because he gets a lot of screen time. Like a lot
of screen
time. He gets a lot of screen time, and ultimately, a lot of people still don't want to acknowledge Suletta as the protagonist.
This is what
because she's not an active protagonist.
This is why Soletta is.
Neither is Banager.
This is why Soletta is kind of like the Goku, where Goku never really changes. He's like, I'm going to fight the strongest, and I'm just going to do things the way they are, and I'm going to fight and do, right? Nothing.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining, but there's no like real substance, right? He fights, and I like to fight, and I don't really care what happens, right?
Well, Dragon Ball Super's Goku doesn't have any substance. Z did.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, Super is just dumb fight man go burr.
I from what I understand, he's better in the manga, but that's because Toriyama has a say of what goes on in the manga.
So Soletta is kind of I feel like she's just flying by the seat of her pants, really. Just going with the flow.
Yes, Soletta has no idea what's going on because she has no idea,
and everybody uses
going
her.
On.
Everybody uses her, and she
doesn't understand it.
Yeah,
it's not until it's too late that she understands it, that we'll get to that point.
Yeah, and we see basically, Guel is kind of still like infatuated with her, and I guess that's the part of you I fell for, where it was just kind of like her wholesomeness,
It was sweet. She believed in him when no one did.
Yeah. It was a good thing.
It's because she didn't know any better in his life.
She didn't know any better, and she was the only one in his life at that point.
She wears her heart on her sleeve,
among other things.
Everyone else in this goddamn school, outside of maybe Choo Choo, who is full of hidden agendas. They're covering up secrets.
Yeah.
It's all trying to manipulate their way to the top. And Soletta's just, I want to build a school on Mercury.
Yeah, she she doesn't know or have any concept of like
She wants to
understanding.
bring joy.
Yeah, but she
kind
doesn't
of
know
it.
how to lie. She doesn't know how to cheat. It's not in her DNA. You know what I mean?
You
On
know,
paper, that's not a bad thing.
She wasn't
But then
built
again,
that way.
I got things to say about that, but we'll get there.
I mean, you could arguably say that she's Kira in a world where the rest of the world doesn't let him get away with his shit.
I wish that was the world we lived
I
in,
was
but
about
you know.
to say, then on paper it's a good idea, but then you get characters like Kira who just
Yeah, no, the difference is Suletta's gotten her emotions kicked around, whereas Kira managed to just push through all of it somehow.
Because plot.
I will say I do like that that Seed basically ends with, everything's shades of gray. Why are we settling for that?
Yeah.
And tell both of them to go fuck themselves.
And then we basically get, Miorne saying, I got to run for president, and asking Guel for support. Basically, he agrees. And the whole thing they come up with is that she needs the aerial, and basically tells Guel, well, you're going to fight, and you're going to take that aerial back.
It feels really off that she's suddenly trusting Ghoul with that, given she doesn't know how much he's developed character, and her perception of him has undoubtedly been colored very poorly.
It could be that she's just trying to use him.
He literally has like no other option. I think that's kind of what it is. Like, there's really no other option.
Yeah.
So,
also, I don't remember if it was this episode or the terrorist episode where it came up, but I do like that they finally mentioned Cecilia's house. She's part of the house that makes the demi-trainers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, right. That's
cool.
Went over my head.
That really does explain what the hell she's doing.
She's kind of there because she's.
It's not one of the big threes, but every student owns a fucking demi.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I like this scene because she was calling Guel a dog, and he's like, "Bro, my emblem's a lion.
I don't care."
Yeah, my emblem's a lion, bro.
I'm
Get
a
it
lion.
right. Get it right.
Did we skip over the Dara Balde being put back to service?
Well,
no. That's when we get his haircut. That's when they show it off.
So
right.
So basically, they agree to the duel. Do you guys remember what Soletta wagers?
Yes. Can you stop the harassment of Earth House? I'm sorry. Who's harassing you?
Oh yeah, she asked
everybody
for support and help to stop the harassment of. I
think this is the only time that she's ever actually done something on her own.
Yeah, she was like, "What do I want? What do I want?" Martin took a pretty bad head injury because right. Can you end the harassment?
Yeah.
I know you can't do much about Pale or Grassley or any of the other houses, but you could get Jaturk House to stop being. Actually, I think.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like,
we don't actually know what house the people who did that was.
Can you stop them from being hurt? That's kind of what I envisioned.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not like he could do much about that because honestly, I will be even if you're the head of a house or whatever,
they're
still gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
You just can't stop discrimination by saying.
Actually increase.
Also, I don't think it's more or less. I don't think it's about feeling so much as the fact that again, Martin was serious but was injured during the last time and the harassers showed up.
He got a can to the face or whatever, right?
Yeah, no, and that hurt him more than the Haro that slammed into Elan.
Which was insane.
Yeah, no, I'm going to keep bringing that up because I don't know. Maybe that's why they used the fucking cannon. And nothing else will kill these fucks.
Yep. We get the scene where Miorne and Guel are in the elevator. Kind of mirrors when Soletta and him were in the elevator, which is kind of interesting, but this is kind of different.
Yep.
And they just kind of talked about how, basically about Soletta and what they're going to have to do. And it's pretty significant. So we get here, the next scene is we get Guel with his new haircut and the Dara Balde basically is rebuilt. better.
I don't like the
I
new
remember
haircut.
so many people on Twitter lamenting his haircut. I'm like, it looks.
I'm
It's
lamenting
fine.
it with them.
It's fine.
It's fine, but we settled for fun, and we could have had him make.
Right, he's a lion. He should have kept his mane.
On the other hand, I suppose it's also representative of what he says next.
Yes, I guess it's fine. What does he say next?
Pride alone won't defeat Suletta Mercury.
There you go.
That's true.
Yo, pride.
Like
He learned
he's
what Vegeta took several episodes to learn.
Yeah.
yeah, no, he's fucking casting aside his all of his style in favor of just getting it done.
Which is why he changes up the gear that it has for the durable.
Yeah, no. Oh, bigger shields, more beam sabers,
The Daraball
and a gun.
I thought it looked amazing before. It looks way better now too.
I have the half-finished Gunpla. I have the half-finished Gunpla with me, and it's a good kit.
It looks amazing. I'm excited for it.
Lovely shade of black.
We get a little cut to basically. I don't even know where this is. I don't even know where this is. Like where?
I'm assuming it's like Grassley House, but no, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
Wherever the fuck
Nika,
wherever the hell Maria and have been stashed, Elon managed to just walk into.
maybe it is Grassley. Maybe it has to.
It might be
doesn't
Grassley
it?
because
And no
Shadid
one
is a
stopped
sneaky
him.
dude.
Well, he was probably like, "Look, this is my situation, Shadiq. I need to stay here." He's like, "All right."
Fuck, that does make sense.
100% Shadiq's got to know, right? He knows.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's got to know at this point.
Yeah, Shadiq probably knows, and like he's so eager to lend a hand to those quote unquote in need.
Yeah.
He's a shitty spy master, but he's a spy master. He knows.
Shadiq's almost kind of similar to Prospera in the sense where, like, yeah, I could use you, and you think it's like for your benefit, but it's more for my benefit, kind of thing.
The issue is Prospera already knows everything. He's still trying to figure shit out.
So going back to the Shark Loan things, Prospera is Raul the Crusade, but Shadiq is full frontal. He's a pale imitation.
Yeah, no, like here's my grand plan, and to win through economics and fuckery.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Prospera, I'm going to unmake reality.
So I popped this screenshot because
The only difference between Prospera and Raul is that she's not a nihilist. Or maybe she is.
I'd say she kind of is.
I wouldn't say she's a nihilist so much as she just doesn't
have
care.
A sense of nihilism.
I guess.
I
Doesn't
took,
That is a nice screen cap.
I took
It
this.
looks like a good desktop.
I took this screen cap because,
Oh, it does.
like we talked about before, the school has all these rules. You know what you can't do, and then you get to the mantra, and it's like the result itself is the only truth. So basically, nothing else matters. Whatever the end result is, that's the only truth. So,
Which is
And I guess in a way that actually does prepare them pretty good for the life amongst the corporations afterwards. Because like it doesn't matter what you have to do to get ahead. What matters is that you get ahead.
yeah, it's like if the school kids can't understand this, you're just average. You're gonna be like those other companies that are just like kind of, you know, in the middle, bottom tier, just doing their thing. And the kids that understand, well, hey, like if I do all the things I can do to win no matter what, that's gonna get me ahead, and that's probably what those top companies are looking for. So I think that's in a way it's kind of interesting. But yeah, just going back to how like the school really has no rules, if you think about it, is kind of funny because you can cheat in your duels, and you know people.
So long as you have the power to enforce it.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
Ghoul, people are saying, "Oh, well, you don't know about Ghoul's like previous like 27 wins." And if it's any indicative of what's happening now, like he may have been against opponents that have, you know, were basically what do you call it? Like
Worse
on
off.
purposely given weaker opponents to look better or like
Yeah.
handicap
We know
those suits.
Vim plays dirty.
And plus, remember the first episode how overpowered his mobile suit was compared to whatever the hell
true.
that other suit was? It's just like you're putting him against opponents that he's gonna win, and that's cheating in itself.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and the other thing is, Ghoul did not question the sprinklers.
Right.
He just assumed, system error in my favor.
Yeah. And it's just
Maybe all
one of the
three
things
in your
that
favor.
people, I guess, like when I pointed it out on Twitter, people were like, the 27 wins before, and like, no, they can't get past the fact that look at what's been happening this entire time. He's been cheating nonstop. You
This
think it's
isn't-
been fair the entire time?
Yeah, this isn't Dragon Ball where all the fights are more or less fair.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But people, I don't know. It's just Twitter. So we have.
Yeah, no, like I'm with you on this one. I don't think it matters in regards to whether Ghoul's previous wins are legitimate. They happened, and that's all that matters in the setting.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank
pretty
you.
much.
Thank you. Yes. So when Ghoul gets into the mobile suit, the Darball Day, he gets that PTSD. As you
Yeah.
can see kind of right here.
I knew they were going to do something with that, and I love it.
And he's kind of fighting.
I
it.
love that they did something with that.
Yeah, it's great. This is something he's got to overcome. And we see that kind of during the fight as well, where his hand is kind of shaking and he's having kind of a trouble piling the Darball Day to its maximum potential. And of course, we have the duel. The duel starts. And we have everyone's favorite non-OP, totally fair use of the aerial and her bits.
Bits are OP anyway.
And the thing too,
They're
is,
not
Yeah,
OP
no,
as long as you find someone who's very skilled or has other bits. They're not OP only in those two scenarios.
Mhm.
But dear God,
Also, the aerial's bits are actually pretty vulnerable to suppressive fire.
That's
They
true.
They can't shoot while defending.
no, well, they're piloted by one Eerie, so it's like they have the mind of their own.
that is also true, which is also makes them even more OP because they are literally you don't have to focus on them; they're doing it by themselves.
And they're better than AI. But what I wanted to point out
In fairness, the AI was crap regardless.
what I wanted to point out
yeah.
though in this is that she says everyone. So if she was just saying like, one person, I don't think she'd be like saying everyone, in my opinion.
I think
I mean-
it's more to do with
She already did that back in episode 5, and we
I
commented
think
on it.
It has something more to
Yeah.
do with how she's perceiving the bits.
Okay.
Like because they are individual pieces, she will kind of just say everyone. Well, I think Eri is the one in control of it.
Yeah.
Is in control of the bits, but to Sloetta, they are probably other.
I think it
Spirits,
I
I don't know.
think and we'll get to it in the next episode, but I think it's actually
We'll get to it in the next
12
episode.
or 13 individual but same
11.
heroes. No, there's like 13 of them. There's 13 bits.
There's 11 bits.
Is it 11? I thought it was 13. I'm almost
I
certain
thought it was 13 too, but it's 11. I counted.
I'll take your word for it.
Thank you.
Okay.
The duel continues, and we're having some issues because the Darbalde and Claw are struggling. I think at
Because
this
there's a-
point, it's like he gets past his PTSD and is using the full capability of his mobile suit, and it's looking pretty good for him, right?
Yep.
Like he's battling it out.
Mhm.
He pushed through that PTSD, and then we get kind of like that other OP ability. What's it called, guys? Like the data
Oh,
storm.
plot armor. I mean, wait a minute.
Oh shit! Plot armor.
What?
What?
Yeah.
So she goes kind of Ultra Instinct, flashes white, and this is
I
kind of
mean-
the data storm, right? Her ability.
Yeah, it's the
Yes, though I think we glossed over the part that Ghoul could have won and only stopped because of PTSD.
yeah.
When he
I
took
think
off the
that has
arm, he
something
could
to
have taken
say
off the
about,
crest.
Yes, true.
Experience versus just raw power.
And that's the
I
thing.
think that's kind of what actually kind of going back to Sloetta and Goku. I think that's what makes Goku different is because Goku has the experience to back up the power.
Yeah, no, he's rarely the strongest guy in the fight.
Yeah, but he pushes himself to match them, which makes him more interesting, which is different for Sloetta because she has the power and is already stronger than everybody.
She just relies
Also, speaking
on her.
the rebuild is explicitly damaged and operating below maximum capacity during this fight.
Yep.
Could have fooled me.
And it's still much more powerful.
Yeah, much more powerful.
Yep.
It's okay.
I hate that kind of crap where they're literally going, "Oh, it's not even using at max capacity, but it's still like destroying everything." I'm like,
well, I mean,
feel like that's
the
even
thing.
worse.
They both have handicaps.
Well,
The rebuild's damaged, and Ghoul has PTSD.
That's
yes, but there's a major difference in handicap. I feel like here.
No, I feel like that's about the same.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
Because someone actually has to pilot the suit.
Kind of true.
You say that like the next episode doesn't open with Suletta fucking shredding her way through Haro.
Dude, that's basic 101.
She's starting her.
We'll get to that.
She's starting her villain arc.
We'll get to
We'll
that.
get to that. We'll get to that.
So we see when
I'm just so tired of the argument. Suletta can't pilot when the next episode kind of shows she can.
When Suletta uses her Ultra Instinct ability, we see that kind of Eerie talks, or Prosper can hear Eerie talk into her mask, and she kind of knows that this is what's happening. We see basically the Wing Zero about to go boom, and I don't understand this, but it's like, why are people saying, "Oh, he was going to kill Gwell. It was aimed at his torso"? I don't know where this is coming from.
She physically can't. We know she can't.
Like, the only reason I think they can is because she was going with the big beam blast that tore through a fucking so much shit.
Right, but it could have been aimed at Gwell's head, right? Like, it's not. I was just confused because I got I was commenting on how like Gwell can only win by cheating, and then I got like a retweet, and someone posted like I was stupid because like she was gonna kill Ghoul. I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, where does this? How's this making any sense of what you're saying?
No, the Rumble Ring episodes fucking prove that the aerial cannot target the cockpit.
Yeah.
Nothing at the school can target the cockpit.
Exactly. So I didn't respond, but I was just like, are people? And it got like hundreds and hundreds of likes. And I'm like, people actually just don't.
I don't think they actually realize that part where they can't aim for the cockpit.
I'm not going to even argue your point. You get your likes or whatever, but so yeah, she's using her Wing Zero kind of inspiration.
This bullshit anime powers.
She's like, I'm sorry, and then Mjolnir taps the button in the phone. Ariel kind of loses all control, and Gwell wins. With
massive heartbreak.
With massive heartbreak.
As the meme said, welcome to Yuri.
Wow. I love this pose, by the way. I love that scene.
Oh yeah, I love that scene.
I love that the aerial's being partially destroyed.
But there's definitely heartbreak all over the place.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, there's heartbreak all over the place in Yuri. Like the physical violence is coming from Gundam. The emotional violence is coming from Yuri.
Yeah. This is everyone's reaction, basically, of what happened. So she gets the crest taken away. She's no longer the holder, and basically what happens is Mjolnir says, "Well, you lost. You broke your promise. Goodbye."
She's trying to purposely not insult her per se, but like to physically push her away. Like,
yes, we can all
this
really
is for your own good. Stay away from me.
Yeah.
Please.
Even when I didn't see it, like I saw this out of context, I knew what it was.
From Mio's eyes, she got Prospero to agree to leave her alone. Suletta now no longer has a Gundam, so people won't target her for that. And she no longer is the holder, so people won't target her for that. She's free. If only it was that easy.
What I'm seeing too is it's like, I know like a lot of people are saying it's like Yuri and they love each other in that kind of way. I'm starting to see it like in a different way where it's almost like Mjolnir is being like motherly, like protecting like Suletta, like because Suletta's still so childish and Mjolnir is so much more mature, and like she's doing adult things, and it's like I gotta protect you. Like, look, I'm doing adult stuff.
I wouldn't quite say that. Mio expects Suletta to be operating on the save, and she isn't.
I don't think she ever will.
Yeah, because again, she doesn't.
No, that's arguably Mio's greatest character
right now. Definitely not right now.
She expects everyone to be either on the same track as her, or to be using her.
I just think Miorne expects everyone to be an adult.
Miorne's
that's expecting way too much of
has to be top dog.
Yeah,
that's expecting way too much of Stelletta to be an adult.
Oh, I agree.
That's expecting way too much of pretty much anyone in the.
I agree.
The adults aren't very good adults.
Yes,
I mean, except for Jewel. Maybe you're expecting Jewel to be an adult is probably the one that you can rely on.
Where are the adults in this show, anyways?
Either dead or in a coma.
Or going on rants about resurrecting their dead child.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this this kind of photo up because when we talk about the photos of the Schwarette, whatever. Schwarzette. People were saying that kind of it means black and kind of et at the end, like Schwarz is black in German, and the et is kind of like a feminine kind of additive at the end. And I was like, oh, this kind of like feels really familiar. And then the head crest kind of looks kind of similar in what this kind of like is depicting. So
it does, but it also looks pretty much identical to the Darabaldes.
True.
It does, but again, black and the it's just my theory. You know,
I don't know. Like it's a decent theory, but at the same time,
there is definitely something about the ending I will say. But again, we'll get to the episode.
And I wonder if this is even
the ending's fucking beautiful.
You know, if this
the ending's
who
awesome. I've watched it every time I've watched an episode just because I just love the visuals and I love the music.
Names in Gundam are kind of hitting because like maybe Schwarzette. It's a black mobile suit.
Yeah.
Alternatively, it's just Big Gozam.
Yeah, true.
We'll find out. Next episode, we get basically starts off with Soletta's fine. Nothing can stop her.
She's fine. She's making her own copium from.
She's coping.
All the shit in the cafeteria.
Yeah,
she's demonstrating she can pilot.
She's focused on her her list.
Yeah, there's definitely something I want to say for Suletta right now is she's coping, but I don't think she realizes she's coping.
Well, of course she doesn't realize it
later.
You don't realize you're coping if you're coping. Well, when you're coping it,
you never.
Everyone else around her who looks at you and goes, "Oh, fuck! We need to intervene."
Yeah, like, and like this. Actually, I said this. I think it was something I think it was something I said. Yeah, no, it was on the Discord. But like everybody in Earth House is trying to just be gentle with Suletta. Like, oh, she's just this little child. We have to be gentle with her. And then there's Choo Choo over here. Like, okay, fuck all of you. I'm gonna try and make her feel better because I'm trying to be a friend here. You idiots.
Which is kind of like a huge change for Choo Choo, right?
Yeah,
I feel like she's got a lot of character growth these past kind of season.
I think it's mostly like Nika's not here. Somebody needs to act the part.
Yeah, and Choo Choo's the only one who probably understands Suletta enough. It kinda.
Yeah, we're gonna see someone makes a comment about that, but in the episode. But yeah, Soletta's just kind of coping. She did her, basic 101 shooting the Haros in the sky, and she passed that kind of like that test part. She raised her hand in class and she gave a good answer, and she's kind of doing her school things and kind of like ticking things off the box, kind of like, she's got her goals.
There was something that wasn't ticked off. I didn't catch it when I first watched the episode.
That one was very simple. Celebrate a birthday with a friend.
Yes.
Oh.
Which is basically
damn.
Miorne's birthday.
Yep, that was the thing they mentioned last episode.
So yeah, she's coping. She doesn't even know it. She's just doing things and kind of focusing on what
she's going on autopilot. Yep. And it's honestly something I can relate to because actually just this week I have had a bad time at work. So I was just coping this entire week and it was just like, nope, Nope.
I feel like
I
it's
was
something
just
a
throwing
lot of
myself
people
into
can
Dark
relate
Souls
to.
just to make me feel better.
Yeah, I agree with
Yep.
you. I
do
feel
what
like
you
it's
do
something
to
a lot of
cope.
people can relate to.
Yeah, you do what you do to cope, and sometimes you don't realize it.
Yeah. She
Yep.
got a
Until, like,
lot of
maybe a little bit
copium.
after.
She's on a high prescription dose.
Yeah.
Next episode, next kind of scene, we see Guel. He's basically in the kind of the footsteps of his father. He's taking the
Dude wears a suit good.
yeah, he does. He looks good.
He's taking command.
Unfortunately, he's not getting backing and financing from other investors. So that's kind of a problem. And yeah, what they need is more support.
Jaturk has been in freefall this entire series, and learning isn't enough.
It's not.
Yeah.
So Prospera kind of enters and she's like, "Oh, well, don't you guys have like a Gundam you were building?" And Mjorn is like, "What?"
And Ghoul's like,
And I love it that
I
Ghoul
was
was
kind of
like,
hoping to
"What?"
just, toss us in the trash when no one was looking.
Yeah. And it's kind of
The Schwarzette.
love
And the
this
conclusion
thing.
of our wager draws ever closer.
yeah.
I love this thing. I love it.
I do
love
like the
it.
design of this Gundam.
It's a nice design.
Yeah. It doesn't go too far off the main road, which I like.
I'm very confused with the timeline of this thing built, though.
So this is going to be is this their first or second Gundam they're
It's
ever
the
building?
first Gundam.
The first, but allegedly
that
Vim
made.
started doing it, but Vim's been dead for most of the season, and the Darabalde was mentioned in the manual to pride itself on not relying
Well,
tech.
Vim got the data from Prospera way back.
Question though, who's going to pilot this thing?
That's what I'm betting on. Well, that's what I'm betting on with Aya. My money, Renee. Well, not Renee, the other one.
Whatever Felicia, her name is.
Who's that?
Gundam Finis.
Whatever the girl is that no one really cares about.
Yes, Aya has money on AI.
So the interesting thing that I saw was that how we all talk about how is kind of like the Zex Marquise, and there's in Gundam Wing we kind of see something similar where kind of Oz tucked away the Tallgeese, and there's a scene there's a scene where Tallgeese and is kind of like being kind of semi scrap but semi built, and Zex is kind of looking at it, and this kind of scene reminded me of.
So wait, are you saying that this is his Epion?
I'm saying this is his Tallgeese. That could be his Epion.
Well, it's
sure.
a Gundam. It would be Epion.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, yeah, it would be his Epion, but the scene I was referring to is basically back in when it was the Tallgeese. But I thought it would. It's less likely it's going to be AI, and probably more likely it's going to be either Guel or Shiru.
It's either going to be Guel or Sophie is going to. Sophie? No?
Sophie, that's who I'm betting. No.
Yeah.
Sophie's dead. Sophie's dead. Who the fuck was I thinking of?
Other girl.
The other girl that we never talk about because she's less interesting.
Wasn't it Felsi?
She's less interesting, but she get not Noria.
Wasn't it Felsi?
Fels? I think so.
Alicia?
Yeah, no, the one who's been getting noticeably more.
She was only in the screen time for one episode. That was a lot, and that was just because she was beside Lotta, and now I haven't seen her since.
No, like they keep giving her various appearances and scenes. She was beside Lotta in this episode. Oh, we saw her staring up at the destroyed Darabalde in a previous episode.
Remember when we were talking about how Soletta has a lot of copium? Have you been sniffing some of that too?
Fuck off.
I'm jossing. But we have the Gundam they're building, and I guess like Prospera was kind of saying like, why don't you basically tell the financiers that hey, you have a Gundam and that can be presented and you'd get more backing. And Mjorn's argument was like, well, Gundam Inc. is basically only used for medical purposes. We don't want to do that. And Prospera's like, haha, well, you might have to do it. And then she's like, bye. So kind of planting that seed in
I want to say that. Right. I want to say this right now. this is something that the Vanitas Corporation was actually very much against when they were building building the Gundams for military purposes. None of them liked it. And here she is touting, haha, you might have to do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, you hypocrite.
Well, that's pre-revenge.
Shut up.
That was pre-revenge.
Yeah,
This is
that's just
true.
Prospera being a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like before her husband and mentors and family died.
Yeah, no, at this point, she does not care about using gun for medical technology. She just wants Delhi and those Delhi hurt.
Yeah, she just wants her revenge. That's all she care about.
Then we have the next scene.
Just can't wait to see how much it'll blow up in her face.
I think this
that's
is
how it always goes.
I think this is what's her name? Belle? Looking at the new
I think that's Belle.
Yeah,
asking what the hell is this? And like,
it's a gun.
I look at the name and it's Gunnoid.
Gundnode. And yeah, no, that's basically what it is. They expand the aerial's AoE bubble 6.
Yeah, so expands the data storm.
And this is fuck. I think he already left. I don't remember which one. Well, who said it? The guy who was making the theory that Prosper was working for Donna Fold.
What?
That it would make the gun Volvas make sense.
I will say,
I don't think Prospero is working for anybody.
Okay, working with.
Fucking phone. Sorry, my fucking phone's being weird.
Okay,
but yeah, no. If the gun Volvas were a test, suddenly they make sense because back in the day, back when that episode aired, we were like, "Wow, these things suck." But if they were just to test if you can make a mobile suit into a bit, they make a lot more sense now.
But if you guys see the last line, I'm not sure if you can read it. The last line says, the purpose of the gun node network to automatically defend and support the aerial the most optimal way. They by responding enemy attackers and sharing stored tactical information. So this is going to be a support for aerial.
Yeah. Basically, what I think they're going to do is just stick more or give Aerie more control over these things.
So I don't think it's Aerie per se.
I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's the thing I'm
This almost seems like it's the newer version of the gun Volva, maybe. And specifically
they're the gun Volva, but they have a bigger purpose than the gun Volva. The gun Volvas were just force multipliers.
Yeah,
these are so much more.
This is just to defend aerial.
This is to defend. This is to expand the data storm. Ultimately, these are not. The primary function is not offense. It is a node.
It's a node for another node for another node to another node.
It's a fucking broadcast tower.
And as everyone has already brought up on Twitter, yes, it's basically those drones from what was it? Gundam X.
G-bits from Gundam X.
Yeah, those have been those have been brought up since the Rumble Ring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think the reason they've been brought up so much is because all of the new people are like, "Wow, this is such a new thing," and we're all like, "No,
this is not. This has been around since the '90s, brah."
So basically, Prospera and Shadiq were talking, and Shadiq kind of offered like, hey, Prospera kind of work for me, etc. And then Miorne and Guel come in and be like, "Yo, what the hell are you doing?" And I'm struggling at this point because I just see like a 17 and 16-year-old like head of multi-trillion-dollar companies and technology, and they're all fighting to be the president of the Bennett Group, which is like the all-encompassing. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it.
They all look professional for once, which is very weird, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it works that well with Ghoul Shadiq, but Mio is rocking that suit.
Yeah, she looks good. Professional.
Ghoul, I think it kind of works, except it looks a bit weird with the hair.
Ghoul, you can just tell me that was a pilot outfit.
The hair kind of, he needs to dye it brown.
I think that's just the Jeturk sort of.
I think he needs to put it down, is mostly, he needs to like style it a bit to make it look.
It looks like a weed whacker got taken to it.
But you guys aren't bothered by the fact that we have like a 17, 16-year-olds kind of,
It's anime.
At this point, it is, but
yeah,
It is.
I mean, if it was like this at the very start, I would say yes, but it's not. This isn't Gundam Seed where they're not only like fucking pop stars, but they're also ambassadors and some shit.
Lacus makes no sense.
Miorne's gonna start singing in front of a bunch of soldiers.
Oh, wait a minute. That makes my okay. Again, we'll get to that. We'll get to that part.
Like I said, I've seen worse.
Yeah. I guess it's just part of my brain that's like, bro,
it's not like this.
Chill. It's an anime. It's an anime. I'm like, I know, but like, it's just my brain hurts a bit, bro. It's just an anime. You gotta calm down. I'm like,
dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start pointing out the square cube law if you don't calm down.
I'm calming down. I'm coming down.
All these squares make a circle.
I'm calming down.
All these squares make a circle.
So Soletta's back at the greenhouse, and we get Choo-Choo.
And
Choo-Choo being like, yo,
more attack of the copium.
Why aren't you pissed off at Miorne? And Soletta,
aren't you tired of being nice?
Soletta's basically,
don't you want to just go ape shit?
Yeah, Soletta's basically like, oh, it's all my fault. It was my mistake. I'm the one that fucked up. And
more copium.
I wanna hug her.
And I'm like, yeah, it is kind of your fault. If you were just if you weren't actually just better at what you're supposed to be doing, and taking control of your life, this would never happen. But
again, I want to bring up
he has the point
to do that because Prospera did not prepare her.
I know, but I totally.
If you're arguing what she's supposed to be doing, she was supposed to mindlessly follow Prospera. That is the entire reason. Yeah. And she's finally starting to push past that.
But
he has the point.
I'm just like, we're a season and a half in, and then like we're still dealing with.
You say that like the first season wasn't 12 episodes.
Still a first season.
Yes, but it's still 12 episodes.
Look, this isn't Bleach, okay? Where it's like 100 episodes a season. But anyways, like
I don't know. I just feel like everyone's comparing her to characters that have already had full series of arcs. Works from the moment she stepped in the door, and I kind of fucking hate it.
The problem is because there's a lot of series that are out now that have 12 episodes, and a main character develops.
And they've developed more within those 12 episodes.
That's kind of just my.
It's not really a restrictor if you just manage your time right.
Okay, counterpoint. If they did do that, then the remaining 40 episodes complaining that she's static and doesn't change.
Yeah, but then she would already have changed in season 1.
Yes, and some people could make that with her or anything else.
You could say that, but then obviously anyone could just fire back. Well, she's already had her arc.
And then people would then counter. Well, that's a shit main character if their arc was over that fast.
I will say I don't know why, but Medic keeps cutting out for me.
I don't know.
Kind of cutting out on my end too.
A little bit. No, it's not too bad. But
I will admit I've missed whole sentences from you, unfortunately.
Fuck!
I don't know why.
But anyways, Soletta kind of just is kind of self-loathing. She's depressed, and we kind of see like the copium kind of breaking. And she's pretty upset about that, and kind of takes blame upon herself, and not
because again she doesn't know or understand that people are using her.
Yeah, like that's the thing too is, she's basically been used by everybody, and taken advantage by every single person, in this show, and it's just kind of a big issue for me. So, but we have Choo-Choo here. She's kind of she's like, this is what I kind of was referring to before, where people comment, "You've changed, Choo-Choo. You've changed. You're a bit softer in your heart,
Also, your pom poms have definitely shrunk in size since the greenhouse.
So
I will say that's her advantage. That's why she doesn't get air drag.
Damn, dude. Good call.
When she goes in for a punch.
So I like it. She's changed. She's kind of more caring, and she's not like every kind of episode. Oh, I hate the Spacians. I hate them. She's kind of developed a bit more.
She's like the tomboy, but I really like her version of it.
She's
because like tomboys. She has reasons to be mad.
Yeah, but they're not over.
But ultimately, she's more than just her Camille-like rage.
Yeah. She's kind of like the my favorite.
It's like
of the
she's willing to put her pride aside to deal with things she actually cares about. which I like.
Yeah.
And also, she objects to genocide, and I can always get behind that.
Yeah,
I feel like we all object to this.
Well, I mean...
God damn it.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I like it because she's my favorite of the D-listers. You know, like everyone else in that group is kind of just like whatever, and Choo-Choo kind of just stands out, which is awesome.
Well, she kind of stands out because she does the most.
True. Back in, I guess, like the Grassly hideout, we kind of see Noria's back here, Nika, and Elan 5.
And
yeah, no, Nika doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
And it was kind of weird, like...
Her name is Uclot. It's a weird name.
Peel says its own unique AI to... Oh, yeah. So, like, we get kind of the origin story, like, of Elan, like the original Elan. So, when they need a new company leader, they do, like, the AI does a bunch of, like, sorting out through tests that we see in the next kind of screen here. And Elan is double S score. Now, for anyone who games, we know double S is like perfect, right?
Yes,
indeed.
so smug in that
Only
picture.
sometimes by triple S.
Can I point out something? He has the smuggest fucking look in that
That's
picture.
just how Elan looks.
Yes, but it's the smuggest look I've ever seen on a character ever. Like, dear God.
Yep.
Yeah, because he knows he's not competing.
Well,
he won.
He won.
Yeah,
he won the competition to be the leader of the group.
Also, as we just point out that that 5 immediately before spilling all of this said, "I have tight lips."
Oh yes.
Then the moment Nika asked, "What the fuck is going on?" immediately was on a rant about on a lecture about everything.
Yeah.
Everything Pale has been doing.
Well, I figure he says that because it's like, well, we're all in the same boat anyways, and we might just die, so whatever. I don't give a fuck about Peel because Peel basically tossed me out the fucking window.
Yeah, no, if they figure out where I am, it's straight to the American. The what?
Yeah. So it's that. I kind of find it funny that his abilities are amazing, and then you get to like kind of phase F. After that, the pilot evaluation, he's kind of like not good.
He sucks.
So that's why it kind of makes sense why they're doing the Elan clones or whatever, right? Is to get someone who's a better pilot. He can do everything else,
and they put
but he can't pilot.
which is on a Gundam, which is on paper the best mobile suit around.
Right.
So right.
He can do everything else, but he can't pilot. So. I mean, you don't really need a pilot as a leader.
Well, I'm not even sure if it's like he can't pilot. It's just like he doesn't want to. He has people for that.
Well, no, because they did test him for it, right? It says.
I just like to think, I don't need to pilot a Gundam. I have clones to do that for me.
His pilot skills are actually pretty low. Never mind.
This was his evaluation, right? So they did test this as like the original one. So this is kind of why. The company's like, well, he's great in almost everything except for piloting, so how are we going to compensate for that? We'll just make clones of him, and they'll be the better pilots, or whatever, right? So,
why are clones one of the biggest things in this series?
Or enhanced humans of him.
Oh, I get
Ploo.
So, I thought that was kind of cool. You know,
I think for once, Aya's strange giant flowchart of clones have finally come to fruition.
The what?
By the way, I called the clones all the way back at episode 6.
No, because when we first started talking about it, I just kept saying, like, wait a minute, but clones.
Yeah, no, we always expected clones to let it call the bits everyone.
Oh,
I didn't think they were going to be clones. I thought they were just going to be dead children. I will be honest.
Same thing almost, right?
I mean, dead airy clones.
You're also right. You're also right.
Crossford just fucking popping them out of the cloning machine and then just strangling them.
Oh God.
There is something I'll say about that when we get there, but
we have kind of like basically.
I do think.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Peel enhanced persons things are clones on paper because they are, physically they're clones of Elan.
Yeah,
but they're supposed to be better at the piloting bit.
Right.
But for like I guess
I'm still wondering how long. I'm just wondering how long it takes to make some of these clones. I'm like, do they just have them in the freezer at the ready? What the fuck is?
Well, I mean, technology.
I don't know.
Who the hell knows, right? But I like this scene with Elan because it's making again his piques my interest. Like he's really smart, and he was egging on.
Elon 5.
Yeah, go ahead, Kai.
Elon 4 and 5 have their own egos. Like they were kind of remember. I think Elon 5 remembers more than 4.
Yes,
but his life before this whole enhanced persons thing, and he wants it back.
Right. I
like that's the incentive they have.
I like this scene because he understands that even though like he's kind of a clone and Noria's not, they're in the same boat because they're being used for the same thing. And his line, let's be honest with each other, since both our lives are so cheap, like, because she was literally hired to, kill Delling and pilot a Gundam. They're both piloting Gundams, which could kill them. And it's basically him saying, yeah, our lives are cheap. We can be tossed away at any second. And
we have been thrown into death machines.
Yeah.
In the moment we were handed the control. Well, the moment we were handed the keys, we were deemed expendable.
Yeah. So they're kind of like brother and sister in that way, right? So I find that kind of.
By the way, this screenshot's a little sus.
The way you said that, Manic, the way you just said that, Manic, made me think of the moment man devoured the fruit of knowledge. He sealed his fate.
In the next kind of scene, we see that things aren't going well for Mjolnir because Shadik's got a lot of support getting from other places,
Pretty
other investors.
He knows how to talk to people.
Yeah.
That's he's kind of like a viper, right?
Yeah.
So
he knows how to talk to people. I think
he's been planning this for a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's probably going to win, mostly just because he looks good and he talks good.
Yeah, my prediction: he wins and then closes connections to Donald.
So in order to kind of like Mjolnir's like, or so Prospera's kind of like, well, there's like only one way we could probably win this is getting the support of Earth, right? And so Mjolnir's like, well, that means I gotta go down to Earth, and I'm like screaming, "You're gonna get assassinated!"
No. I'm gonna be like that one girl, Relena.
Oh, Relena.
Oh God.
What about the girl from IBO? Shit, what's her name?
Kudelia Aina Peacecraft.
Yes, Kudelia.
Well,
Kudelia.
Kudelia, she has a
It's basically a Kudelia situation here, right? She's gonna get.
She's a little more competent.
Do we ever talk about how the fact of the Peacecrafts literally craft peace?
Yes, everyone talks about that.
Yes,
it's so dumb.
But like, I feel Mio has sheer determination to see things done to let her fill the archetype that Belle and Nika both fell short of.
True.
The only problem, and I think this is going to fit exactly into Prospera's hands, is when Mjolnir says, well, like, you need protection. He says, we'll use the aerial.
Well, no, what they specifically says is we need a show of force.
Armed intervention, anybody?
But it's not to like attack the Earthian. It's not to attack the Earthians. If they get attacked,
it's more
we're gonna defend ourselves.
Don't fuck with us. We have a Gundam.
Right.
Show of force is still pretty bad.
Very bad. It's like saying, because it's basically saying, I have not come to you to deal as equals. I have come. Either we hash this out,
I'm better than you.
I'm the one with the.
Or the aerial's going to do things.
Yeah, I'm the one with the big stick. You must fall. You must bow before me, kind of thing, and do as I say.
Oh.
And unfortunately, Mjolnir, you are not Theodore Roosevelt. You're not trying to get everyone just to get what they want.
You're not really a peacecraft, okay?
You're not really in a peacecraft. You don't have a bunch of crazy people willing to fight for you.
Yeah. That's debatable. You got Ariel.
You have one crazy person willing to fight for you.
That's the thing too. Is like I feel like this line right here is where you use the aerial is going to really backfire on them.
For the most part, Kudelia only survived half of season 1 because she had Tekadan and backing her. She didn't really come into her own until, she watched people die.
Right.
Yeah, until she grew up.
And then they gave her a fucking microphone.
It's kind of out of place. We also meet Kananji. He's back and he's going to be part of the squad to escort Miorne down to Earth.
I'm still really curious what Ghoul's reaction was. Was it respect or was it, oh god, the fat one?
I think it was like, holy shit, what happened to you? But it was also respect kind of thing.
I think it was a bit of both. But there was something I saw on Twitter was, how is Prospera going to react being around this guy who is the reason her husband is dead?
Does she know?
That's a good question. Does she know though?
Probably. He's the guy who's he's the guy who got a ton of credit for being the one to kill the witches.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well,
and
right.
There was that one thing about during the Vanitas, they knew that the squadron that was coming after them.
I don't know if she'll have much of an impact. It'll be that bad because she kind of understands. He was just a soldier. I have bigger fish to fry. But maybe part of revenge will include him in some way. It might. But I think he'll be used, and then at that opportune moment where he needs help, and help won't be given, or the help will be a blade through the heart. Who knows? I'd actually. It'd be really cool if they did something with that. So I kind of like that.
Let's see.
Next thing is we have we finally understand that these people are the Space Assembly League investigation, and they want a word with
the CIA.
Dr. Winston, right?
So they're probably investigating Pale. They're definitely investigating Prospera, given they've been kind of a constant presence around Shinsei.
Yep. And I think, Dr. Winston's the type of person who's probably going to spill her guts by...
Oh, yeah.
We'll protect you. Just tell us everything, and she will.
Prospera killed a lot of kids.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Did she do so in a way that's illegal? What? If you don't think any of these corporations are the meat grinder and their woman, you're crazy.
They're all meat grinders.
Did any of them do insider trading? That's what we're worried about.
That's what we're more... Yeah, forget about the other stuff. But did you insider trade? That's the most important thing.
Child murder is in our jurisdiction.
I just love because that's the reason why one of the creators of Sonic the Hedgehog is now in jail.
Twice.
More important.
He did it twice.
Well, he did it with Dragon Quest, which makes sense because that game literally tanks Japan's economy.
Yeah. All right, we have the last part of the episode. We have Soletta finding Ariel, that has no security whatsoever. Just kind of there. No one's around, out in the open.
This was part of the plan.
I wish to talk about Martin before we get to the actual ranking.
Talk about the delister Martin.
Oh, right now? All right.
Wait, hold on. I do.
I thought
I
had something about Martin, but I guess not. Go ahead.
So I find it interesting because he's feeling guilt, and this might actually he might actually start a fucking domino effect that tanks Shadiq's plans when looking to try and find Nika, because as far as he knows, he's the reason she's missing. He doesn't know that Shadiq's holding her cap.
Oh, and then
the fucking cops grabbed her because he made the phone call.
Doesn't he also Doesn't he also confess to the Haro, which is I thought that was fucking
confess your sins to the crime, Haro.
Yeah, wasn't that weird?
And then there was Cecilia, and then the sounds of many erections came up. I was like, okay, I know.
Yeah,
what I'm gonna be seeing on Twitter on Monday.
Well, weird.
Listen, it was.
I found that
I don't think that's going to be relevant.
Weird.
I think she's just there to be there.
I thought it was weird because she's underage.
No, it was that.
I was
face.
surprised to see her dressed as a nun.
I saw that face that she made. It was just like, oh no, oh boy.
Yeah,
I was.
But that's the thing. Martin did nothing wrong.
He actually didn't.
No, like he saw that Nika knew codes to get the terrorists to fuck off.
I just don't understand why they keep like getting these D-listers screen time.
Because they're trying to develop them as proper characters.
But nobody cares.
Except for Choo Choo.
No. Like Choo Choo's fine, but no one cares about the name all the Earthian people from Earthian House.
I will say
they need to develop
nobody
them more.
Cares about them. They're
more screen time.
I will say, unless we're getting like a third season, I don't think all of them will get that much.
I think
I'm holding out for 50 episodes. I'm holding out.
The next part will be
You think it's going to be 4 seasons?
I think it ends.
Yeah, I think it's going to be around the same length as a regular Gundam series.
I think shit blows up at the end of the season. That's kind of it.
Just everything explodes. Everything.
I don't think it's just going to be 26 episodes. That doesn't feel right to me.
I mean, it doesn't to me either, but I've seen it happen before.
I think it'll be like 20, 25.
The only time it's happened in another Gundam series, aside from the Build series, is G-Rico.
Well, this isn't really that... I would say this is like really an offshoot of Gundam, though. This is more a drama.
This offshoot is more popular than most of the recent entries in the franchise.
This is like a drama, like espionage series that's like disguised as a Gundam, but it's not really Gundam. Just we have the robots.
It has been Gundam since the end of season 1. Stop chugging the copium.
It's just like
stop.
If you replace any of the robots with any of the Gundam with robots,
I won't allow this to be more popular than IBO. But anyway,
I'm just saying you could say the same thing about literally any series.
No, because a Gundam, it's like I guess fine.
It's
true. It's true.
There is one entry in Gundam that I feel like doesn't belong because it started as another project. Is G Savior? It literally just threw the Gundam in there.
That's what G Savior.
No one talks about G Savior.
G Savior is the live action created by the Canadians.
It's supposed to be live action created by the Americans.
Look, because
that is why I consider that the Canadians must be destroyed.
Look, let's get back on focus.
Isn't I a Canadian?
Let's get back on focus. Okay.
I see.
We have the Ariel, and we have Soletta. We get the moment where Eri talks to Soletta.
We get the actual exposition dump we needed.
Yep. They're talking.
The thing everyone wanted to know.
Yep.
To be honest, it was a good build-up. It
was a very good build-up, and the show of the deconstructed Lifrith.
And then we have the slow clap because confirmation is Soletta. You're basically a replica children.
Hope someone picks up that phone.
Created from my genes.
Called it.
And AKA, you're a clone.
Also, the children of the Coven are identified as.
I have no idea.
The children of the Corn are here.
Like that line that I've seen people argue about it, but no, you're all Repla children.
Yeah.
The rest of them don't refer to themselves as me when talking about Eri. They just say Eri.
Exactly.
They're clones.
Yeah. So they're all clones. Every one of them.
But are they all?
Has murdered 11 children.
It's like she failed a bunch of times.
The worst thing is she probably doesn't have the biggest body count of children in this series.
God, I think Dr. Winston has a massive body count.
Bell is definitely...
Yeah, that's why I said that makes this worse.
Yeah, no, but I'm pretty sure the Children of the Coven operate the bits. And the way they talk makes me believe that they're not failures. Prosper just explicitly made them to operate the bits. They don't seem to resent Soletta, but they don't seem to resent Eri either. They've never had a chance at life, so they are fully accepting of they are tools. They are fucking subroutines.
So that's the other thing I want to say about Soletta.
Which makes this even worse than what happened with Elon.
Let Kai finish his thought.
Yeah, so something that I've been kind of stewing over lately, going through Copium, but I did go through it logically, was the idea of clones as a trope rather than just as like a character race. At this point, who the fuck cares? Silhouette being a clone doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yes, by definition, like the kind of clone she is, she's meant to be thrown away. By definition, but again, coming from like Star Wars: The Clone Wars and other Gundam series, clones can live and grow on their own as their own people.
Yeah.
Specifically talking about Marita Cruz, poor Pole 12.
I mean,
what happened to her?
And I don't think he's gonna get
things.
that.
I think that if I went into detail, I think that would break the Twitch terms of service.
What happened to her? Huh?
I'm not gonna say.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm not gonna say.
That's what I thought.
but yeah,
That's what I thought.
You bitch.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I will say that he's not wrong about. I've watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I think most of us have.
Agreed.
Clones can grow on their own.
Yeah.
But
it's their experiences, and my point is with Silhouette, she hasn't had those experiences, and she's about to get them in about a minute. All of them in a minute, and she has no idea how to process it. And it's going to be up to maybe Choo Choo. I don't care about the rest of the Earth House. It's going to be Choo Choo who's going to
the D-listers.
essentially. Choo Choo is probably going to be the one to get her up on her feet and get back to that level of confidence we've seen in a couple episodes where she has grown into her own character.
Yep.
And without Prospera's influence, without anyone else, and with more positive, less toxic, relatively speaking, influences.
I think, I like, for me, Soletta is just like another kind of like character. And at this point, to me, it doesn't matter if she gets disposed of or not, because her usefulness is kind of done and over with.
And that's definitely from Prospera's perspective.
Yeah, and we'll see that. It's just what I like about this is the moment when we kind of will figure out and we'll see that the whole purity of Soletta, her pure is kind of destroyed. Maybe, right? We'll find out maybe in the next episode.
She has no one left to turn to, but that also means there's no one left to use her. She can rebuild herself.
Another thing, I'm not sure who pointed it out. It might have been on Twitter, might have been on the Discord, but or maybe something I just realized here was whenever we see Ariel going into the higher permit scores, that's Aerie doing that.
Yeah.
Silhouette, I don't remember who said it, but Silhouette is like every other Gundam pilot. She can't get higher than permit score 3. And then her body starts to break down.
Yeah, and we see that in this clip kind of here, where she's kind of hunched over and she's like heavy breathing and she can't.
She's experiencing it for the moment in her life.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, as Aerie shares the moment she died and Suletta was born.
Yeah, and the other thing
leads me to believe that
this. Like
the
timeline,
sort of with the Repla baby, whatever the clones.
Yeah,
the other kind of clones, like the bit clones, like Maddox said, they're like built for that reason. But Sluetta, I feel like, is a real, true genetic clone of Aerie, and was meant to grow like a normal person.
She was meant to at least be able to act the part.
No, her purpose was to help pilot the Ariel, and then when we don't need her anymore, because my Quiet Zero plan's coming to fruition, it'll take probably X amount of years, and then when that happens, is like she's just, I don't have any use for her, and then we kind of see that, right? Like Prospera comes and says like, I don't need you anymore, so you go and do your own thing. And she says it has
that is prosperous
to fill your heart, right? Because the only thing that really Soletta ever wanted was like her list, right? Friends, doing school things, going on a date, being part of a birthday party. That was just kind of like what she wanted to be. And Prospera's like, look, you're free of your duties. I have no use for you. Go your own way, do your own thing. And in that way, I see that.
Char.
Yes, but this is what I think why Prospera is loving in that fact, because she could have just killed her. Like, your job's done. Boom, headshot, you're done. She's like, no, go live your life. You know?
Well, there's that, and then there's the fact that she threw her daughter away.
Well, it's not
Like, 'cause
really.
there were definitely
It's not really
times
her
during the
daughter. It's a
series-
clone.
There were
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, no.
times in the series that it felt like she wanted to raise Sluetta as her daughter.
Well, that's the
Definitely
thing.
times where
As
it's
she's
just like-
flying off, she asks Eri, "Are you sure we can't take you with?"
I don't know if that's because like she loved her, or is like, can she still be useful?
It can be either. It can be
It
both.
could be either or, because with Prospera, I think it goes both ways. Because
I'm not sure
her
Prosper
daughter back.
realizes. Well, I'm not sure Prosper cares or cares.
I think honestly is when Eri died, like that was her daughter dying, and those are just clones to her. And but what I feel,
Again, Again, she killed 11 of them.
But what I feel, what you're alluding to is, I feel like that whole thing where she's gonna be gone, then a part of Prospera's humanity is like, shit, like I actually love Soletta. Like, she's gonna realize.
Yeah, like you don't spend 17 years raising a tool without at least trying to acknowledge, this is my favorite hammer. I would kill a man for this hammer.
Yeah,
Literally,
I like how you.
but
Tomato paste.
Oh
yeah,
my
it's like that.
God.
And I think
Brilliant.
it's like she saw Sluetta at school being, being a girl, not being a tool, and she's like, I can't involve her in this anymore. So this is.
I'm going to make Mio hurt like hell, but yeah, I can't involve her in this.
And there's the other thing about Mio. Mio has no idea what's going on, and if she figures out this is what's happening, fire! There's gonna be fire.
Well, also, if you guys remember, this is part of the deal, right? Is like Prosper has to leave Soletta alone, so Miorne will side with thing. That's part of it too, right?
So
like,
I think this is going to be the start of Sluetta's actual character arc, where she starts to grow, because she's kind of forced to.
So yeah, this is what I wanted to ask you guys: is like, is Soletta gonna be? Is she actually gonna change, or is it gonna be next episode Soletta Forgetta?
Oh, if it goes,
I'm gonna start with JD on this one because he's been quiet. So JD, what are your thoughts?
I've been quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask JD.
I don't know. I just said, I don't know. Part of me is saying this. She could go on her profound villain arc, as that Joker on to say.
Yep.
That she might not just handle all the emotions at once and then takes it the wrong way. But if she straight up goes back to copium or Forgetta status, that would really just be awkward.
Are you done then? Are you like, I'm done? Or are you gonna still? If she goes back,
I'm still treading that line. I'm like,
if they still do that, then I'm probably going to believe that this is a 25 episode series. Finish it out and then be disappointed in how badly they dropped the ball.
Medic, what do you think's gonna happen? What's your opinion?
No, she's got to start changing at this point. She has lost everything.
Okay.
There's like my roommate keeps saying this is the opportunity for a mentor. There's not one.
There is no really mentor. Cause, I mean, it would be
like at best there's Ghoul, but she can't go to Ghoul.
Nope.
Choo Choo's improving, but I would never call her a mentor figure.
I'd love for us. Just a side note before Medic finishes, I'd love to see Shadiq pick her up.
Oh, that would be so.
I'd love to see that. Anyway, sorry, Medic. Continue. Medic, finish.
Yeah, no, it feels like either Shadiq in or she's going to have to figure shit out on her own.
Okay.
Or oh god, it might be Belle.
Do you think? No,
I really hope it's not Belle.
Do you think she goes the good path, the light side, or the dark side?
I think she's going to ultimately triumph and grow as a person.
Okay.
But I also saw artwork of her doing the end of Gundam with just doing Char's salute.
Okay.
Garma, I'm sending your sister to you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's fucking hysterical.
We'll go with Wolf. Light side, dark side. What are your thoughts of how
I hope it's dark side because that would be the most interesting one.
Okay.
Okay, but isn't that what gave us...
Hold on. Let Wolf finish.
Sorry.
Because I will be honest, Stiletta has not been the most interesting protagonist to me so far. She has not been all that great. She hasn't given me enough to chew on.
Okay.
I prefer Guel. But this is a good opportunity. If they do the Forgetta thing, I am going to be the most disappointed out of everyone here because it was... I've basically been the one person here being like, give me something to work with, girl.
Yeah, okay. Hi.
I think I've put forward like my my 2 cents about the whole clone situation, and at this point, she has to get those experiences.
Yep.
I think she does have to do this alone. There's no way Choo-Choo can help her. There's no way that the rest of the Earth House can help her because they baby her. And I think ultimately she is going to come out better than before. But I'm not entirely I'm just more going to see what happens. Either light side or dark side, as long as she grows as a person and becomes...
Well, what do you think though?
interesting.
I need to know, light side or dark side. What do you think is going to happen? Or maybe what do you want to happen?
What I
I know she's going to grow,
happen
but which way?
is... That's the question, isn't it?
That's why
I
I'm
would
asking you
say
what your
light side, just because of her general demeanor.
Right.
Like, I don't think she's going to lose that bubbliness. But next episode, she's going to lose it for sure. But she's going to rediscover herself, and it's going to be a lot more... I guess I'm just more afraid that it's just going to be another...
a lot of Forgetta.
Kira.
Oh, Kira. Okay.
Where it's just, for plot reasons, she's now savior.
Okay, but I'm worried that having her go full dark side just winds up with another Shin Asuka.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
What I think might happen is that she has that, like, resentment and stuff. And I think throughout this series, we've seen Shadiq be very opportunistic and strike quickly. And I wouldn't be surprised if Shadiq picks her up and kind of like twists her mind a little bit. Like, she won't go full dark side and like be like, oh, I'm gonna kill and hate everything. But I think Shadiq just kind of uses his words. And
right now she's very, very vulnerable, so that is possible.
Right now she's vulnerable, and she's been impressionable this entire series. And especially right now, because her main sort of focus, her anchors, are gone.
Yeah. Though we did
She's
see that
vulnerable to pretty much anything right now.
In this episode, we did, like, near the end, it's like the Earthians are trying to see Soletta and Prospera, but Prospera and them are going to Earth, so they won't be around. Shadiq's still on the station with his crew, so they may pick her up, but I think also too the Earth crew has a potential of picking her up too and taking care of her. We'll see. See what happens.
Find out tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow, for people who are watching, it will be Sunday.
Yep.
Depending on when this is uploaded.
So there was one more thing I want to say, because now we're at the end. The ending of the entire series. There's something I saw on YouTube that pointed this out, but there's a sequence where there's a bunch of I guess Airy clones, Sloetta clones, just dancing around a black flower, and it's just, this is a reference to Drakengard. I'm like, oh my god, yes it is. Because this whole thing, because Rose in this scenario would probably be like Airy, and then Sloetta, and then the other clones are the clones that Rose are trying to kill off.
Okay.
And I think that's what the connection there was. I'm like, oh my god, that's whoa.
Interesting. Thoughts on that, guys?
Not really. I mean, I think I'm about to bounce. I'm starving.
Yeah, we're
I think we're the episodes.
We're pretty much done. That was just the last thing I wanted to get in.
And unfortunately, I think my meds are starting to kick in and basically force me to go to sleep. So,
okay. All right, guys, thanks for coming.
Well,
that's the conclusion.
It's been great
Of episode 12.
Yes, great.
Thank you guys for coming, and yeah.